Yes, it's giving Joel Osteen when he wanted to help out Houston. You remember during that time when he's like, nobody come in my compound.
Yes.
Jimmy, do something. If you have all this thing, like this is the time you should step up and be philanthropic.
What was the word? Say it again.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks, she's just Trish.
Tuesday. Wow, what a Tuesday it is. I just had a whole rack of crumble cookies by myself, so the sugar level is high. I was feeling a little low, and then I had some sugar. They have the brownie fudge sundae cookie. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's like a giant brownie, and it looks like, I don't know what it is. It looks like ice cream, but it must be like butter or something because it does not melt. It tastes like butter and sprinkles and hot fudge sundae cream on top. It's wild. I just had the whole thing. Otherwise, I'd offer you some. I didn't even offer Moses any. They also had a pumpkin cookie, and they had a crema de cacahuate.
Crema de cacahuate.
Yeah, you know what that is?
That's fierce. No, what is it?
You're wearing crema de cacahuate.
Oh, peanut butter.
Are you? Oh, yeah, yes. You're no Sabo. I forgot.
El Sabo, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I am learning Spanish in 60 days.
I saw, actually, my boyfriend's friend, who's like very Latina, was like very proud because she saw your TikTok and was like, oh my God, Latina era Trish. She was really excited.
I really just wanted to do it because I do love, obviously, like the culture so much. And I like, obviously, watching Jane the Virgin and like half of it's in Spanish. More than half now this season. It's a lot in Spanish. And I'm like, now that I see the subtitles and I can understand what people are saying, I'm like, I need to just learn to speak it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if I just become like a daytime talk show host in Spanish, like in Mexico? That would be crazy. CDMX is like, come on down.
You're doing the opposite of Jaime. He's trying to bring his telenovela to America.
Right.
He's trying to bring...
Well, Rogelio. Jaime plays Rogelio, yeah. But he's trying to be a crossover. I want to be crossover in Mexico. That's my goal.
Saying,
yeah, right. I'm down. We'll move to CDMX tomorrow. And we can come down too, all of us together. We can fly back and forth if you wanted. Did your boyfriend speak Spanish?
Yeah. He like spoke Spanish first, actually, and learned English second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he could teach me.
He probably could, actually. He's really good.
Because to teach is hard to teach like a language. I've been doing Rosetta Stone, but it's like this morning I was doing it, and it's like El Niña or Un Niña.
It's hard when you're older, I guess. When you're younger, your brain is easier to like digest the new language. Yeah, that's when I flopped because I told my grandpa I don't want to learn Spanish anymore. I know that's my biggest. I mean, I was like 5, so let me give myself some grace. But I remember vividly being like, Dad, tell Grandpa I don't want to learn Spanish, and like it was worse too because my grandpa didn't really speak English that well, so I was a brat as a little 5-year-old.
You don't want to communicate with her.
I knew like the hits, like I knew like Take Me to Toys R Us, you know, like it was like that.
What is it? How do you say that in Spanish?
Oh, I don't remember anymore.
Oh, take me to, I don't know.
Vámonos a Toys R Us.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it.
I'm trying to figure out yours there. Justa, Trish.
Justa.
Host?
Justa.
Jest.
Oh,
just
Trish.
I was like, mujer. I don't know. Okay, just Trish. Or I know. Mi nombre es. Oh, hola, weas. Mi nombre es Trisha. Yo amo la crema de la cacahuate.
Your accent is actually really good.
Thanks.
Yours accent is better than mine. Thanks. And my whole family.
I get really excited, and shout out to my glam team. Everyone's like, you have to have an episode with them, and honestly, I think they're gonna be down because they're really so sweet to me for real, and they never take it as like a joke or anything like that. Because I'm like, I really want to learn Spanish, and they're actually like really sweet.
And you are amazing at learning languages.
I love languages.
Like, she's so fast. It's kind of crazy.
Anyways, we're jumping into the hot topics way too quick. But anyway, shout out Crumble. They have it. And shout out to all the Spanish speakers out there. I'm going to be one day. I'm very excited about it. So Spanish in 60 days. Go to my latest TikTok. It's in the TikTok shop. I was a TikTok shop guru this weekend. I was like everything
your
TikTok.
Tati Westbrook era.
I was. I didn't see why though. Honestly, I was kind of shook. I think I sold like 70 of the pill cases. There's like a... Oh, did you see it? It's like a Bling pill case, and you can put like stickers on there, like, you know, Tums, Motrin. They have one for RX, your prescription, or vitamins, or when it's like so cool because when I was pregnant, I had so many pills I was taking. I was like, okay, prenatals and prescription, and then of course Tums, and they put little stickers and they label them, and they're like this little like Bling pill case, but it's actually so cheap. It's like $20, but the Bling is like quality Bling.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, to transition to that, if you guys are watching this now you can go to justtrish.com and get them. People on my TikTok today were like, oh my God, people are on the site now looking for them, and they're not up yet. At least I hope not yet. Last time we did the hoodies, we did 2. Yeah, someone snuck in and got 2. But anyways, if you're seeing this now, go to justtrish.com. Again, they're like super limited because I know these things are kind of nichey, and they are kind of pricey because my girl blinged up, like literally hand blings them all. But they're cute little mini cups, and I thought they were adorable because in case you don't want a big one, first of all, they're heavy and you have to pee a lot. This is a good one where you don't have to pee that much. I tested it out. I feel like I can go about an hour in the car without peeing if you drink a whole one of this. So Just Trish, they're also really sparkly. The silver picks up more light.
Really sparkly.
Right?
Yes.
It's super sparkly. I feel like our other one I love, but it's like the pink is, but if you want to collect them all, go ahead because we don't restock these because I don't know. They're just nichey. I wanted one and I was like, can I have 90 of these?
Winning an award. It's like having an award.
Yeah, the Just Trish award, the Just Trish cup. Anyways, go to justtrish.com and thank you guys for always selling us out. I mean, we do get like low quantities. However, for Christmas, we're getting more quantities, not of the cup, but of other things. So we have a couple of new styles coming. Shorts, socks, t-shirts.
Bags.
The bags are cool. They're furry and everything. So those are all coming. And yeah, justtrish.com. Get your mini cup today. And they're very blingy and they're very pretty.
I'll use this for my mug cam today.
I should put water in it for you to stay hydrated too.
I have a bottle of water. I'll just put it. I'll put it. I have a bottle.
Thank you for wearing your glasses. I told Moses to wear. We have lots of cool t-shirts today. Well, I didn't fit into anything. I have 3 dresses. Well, 2. I don't know where the third one's over there.
Okay.
If you see my post tomorrow when I was doing this, we were taking pictures in this, and I was just like, I can't breathe in this dress. I had a tweed dress. It didn't work. Plus, I have 2 other ones, and they're my size. So I honestly think my weekend of Domino's, Crumble, and McDonald's. What's happening?
I took a photo for Jimmy. Hashtag send it to Jimmy.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was so excited. I was like, wait, what? You take a picture, whatever. Love the blue phone. We got to talk about the new iPhone. That's also a hot topic. We have I have no hot topics.
I have a lot, surprisingly.
Okay, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
This is why Oscar is here. He carries through. Even last time, I had nothing. But yeah, I ate a lot this weekend. I don't really regret it. I just can't fit into anything. So luckily, I have a 4XL shirt. Huh?
I feel like Jonathan Bailey.
Well, that's why I wanted you to wear them. So Oscar sent me the post of Jonathan Bailey in glasses. It was like playing Hot Nerds or whatever.
Yes.
So then I showed Moses. I was like, can you wear, last night I was like, why don't you ever wear your glasses? And he's like, I don't know, it's just for driving. And I was like, but you should wear them. And he's like, when? And I was like, for the podcast. Like, it hurts because the earphones. And I was like, can you just wear the glasses? And you look just like him today. I love it. You could play all the roles he plays, honestly. You're interchangeable with him.
That's the best compliment I can get.
I love the glasses. The glasses do sell because you look like Jonathan Bailey. Like, everyone looks like Jonathan Bailey with glasses. Well, you kind of do, actually, though. But it says the Eras Tour, which I thought it was going to be all his different characters. But it's really just Skippy from Fellow Travelers. But I love it. And you have Skippy on. Oh, no, it's Jiffy. What do you have on? Skippy.
That's a good question, Skippy.
Oh, my God,
I think
weird.
so, right? Right?
Yeah, that's so weird. We even plan it. We're both wearing Skippy shirts. That's crazy. Oh, my God, weird. Okay, sorry.
Just like our minds, I guess. I literally
That's weird.
I went to like a food festival over the weekend, and it's like a food festival, and each like little eatery pairs with like a clothing place. It's sponsored by Complex, and Complex is all about like fashion or whatever.
Oh.
I don't know. I just showed up.
I love it.
And
I love that it was sponsored by a fashion thing.
and
the food
Pokemon
industry.
randomly.
Oh,
it was a weird
wow.
crossover, but it was fierce.
Tailored to you, really.
Yeah, honestly.
You're a Pokemon person,
I like
right?
Pokemon. I like food, and I like
Fashion.
t-shirts.
You're
Is there-
girly, yeah.
Is there a Pokemon event happening down there?
There was
too?
a Pokemon cafe. Like Pikachu had a cafe there, but it was expensive. It was like I wanted to try them all because I kind of felt like this is as close as I'll get to Japan for right now. So I'm like, let me get one of each, and it was $50 for 4, which
Wow.
is crazy. But anyway,
But
they were
it's
good.
cutesy,
It's cute,
yeah. And you didn't film any of it. You just took pictures.
No, I took photos. Yeah,
Okay,
which
insert the dump.
look
Or go
like-
to Oscar's
Yeah.
Instagram. Whatever you want to promote. I don't know.
But anyway, this little stand, it was fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It was so good. My mouth is watering just thinking
Did
about
you
it.
take a picture of it?
Yes.
Can I see?
It's so cute.
That sounds a fried peanut butter. That's actually Elvis's fried peanut butter banana he had, and that was like so iconic. Oh my God, fried. How did they fry them? Did they deep fry them in like
It's
fryers?
deep fried. It's crispy, and
you
they
make
have little
one? That sounds
smiley
so good.
faces on it. Like,
Moses is a deep fryer expert.
isn't that so cute?
Oh my God, that looks so good.
It was delish.
There's a little. Is that the turtle? Is that what's his name? Squirtle.
Oh yeah,
Is it?
I wore my Pokemon shirt.
Oh,
to
you did?
this.
You were prepared. Okay,
I was
I love
prepared.
it.
Yeah, everything was really good. They had empanadas that were amazing. This like grilled cheese. It was
That sounds so good.
Liddy over there. It was so good.
What was it called?
Family Style Fest.
I always want to go, but you said it was really crowded.
It was a lot of people. Yeah, it was really, really crowded. JC Kalen was there.
Oh,
weird. I was kind of on the lookout after I saw him. I was like, who else is going to be here?
Kian.
Any other?
He's
he was
nearby.
gaming. Yeah.
Right, too busy.
But I would live. Yeah.
Oh my God. Was he with his girlfriend?
Yes, hand in hand. Imagine if I went up to him.
You should
This
have.
is my new fantasy. At first, I was like,
Fantasy.
I told my boyfriend, I was like, oh, we talked about that guy. I don't know if he'd want to see me. But then now my new fantasy is like you remember how Hannah told us like last year, I think it was her first interview, when she saw Tati at some premiere, Tati Smith, and he like yelled at her.
Right, yes.
That's my new goal. I want to like run into someone we talked about and get yelled at, and then we were milking that for a month.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, Tati Smith would be the worst one because it's not very cloudy. But
yeah,
I guess
we need someone good.
Yeah, JC maybe, I don't know, Cody would be
Cody
the ultimate
would be
clown if you got
amazing.
yelled at by him.
I guess I do have to
Go
just
this
go
weekend.
to, yeah.
Is it happening this weekend?
He just did it on last Friday, but I think he has more dates,
Okay,
so
well,
I'm going to have to go to Encore.
find one.
Yeah. Or Michelle Phan, because now that we have beef with Michelle Phan, or I specifically, I guess.
Yeah, I think might be more with Tati. Michelle, I relate to because I also want to ask any follow-up questions.
You guys, on our Patreon, shout out patreon.com/justtrish. We reacted to the entire, not the entire actually, the Michelle Phan Tati Westbrook interview, which is a little late. But I think it's timeless because the commentary that we provide makes it like literally you can watch it at any point in time and it'll feel fresh. It'll feel so entertaining.
Wow, you should always sell the Patreon. That's so good. Yeah, I'm like, from 4 weeks ago, we filmed the video. Check it out. It's us eating Wendy's. You're like so good. But it is true.
Put this spin. Yeah,
it is actually true.
And I think our commentary on the interview is longer than the actual podcast episode.
It's like an hour, right?
Ours is an hour and a half.
Wow.
Damn.
90-minute bonus videos. Who else is giving you that on Patreon?
Giving you that?
Patreon, Moses had a call with them last week, and they always tell us, like, you guys are the best patrons. Like, the Patreon, like, your Patreon is the best. Like, it's popping. It's so good. And I was like, from Patreon itself, which we never hear from any other platform. So
they're
that's
really
great.
trying, like, to spy on us. They're like, how you guys do it? Who's the team? They're like, who is the team?
Did they
I was
ask
like,
that? Wow.
I was like, we
us.
have no team. Like, we're doing this.
We are the team. Oscar, Moses,
Yeah.
Trish. Yeah.
And your sister-in-law.
Callie,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, you know, because they ask about how do you ship things? How do you do things? Like, all here in
Yeah, my
house.
sister is crazy with that. I actually don't know how she does it. It like confuses me because there's different tiers, right? The $100, $50, like all these
She's
tiers.
so organized.
And then the
with it.
names, because then you have to
Yes.
like match. She's like, I don't know, shout out Callie. It's like actually like I could never do it. Like if she ever like quit, I'd have to like close that chapter of it because I don't know how she
So
did it. But.
they're working on revamping the website, and they showed me, and it looks amazing. It looks really beautiful. And we're giving them like input about things that they can make better and stuff.
Wow, we're Patreon insiders.
We're Patreons of Patreon.
We love it. And also maybe show this. I never promoted enough. The tote bag. You're getting a tote bag if you're a producer tier this month.
You gotta join this month.
I love this tote bag. People give us compliments. I actually wear this out, and I swear to goodness, like
Trisha
random people in our
shoes.
area at the lake, like literally like older people are just like, "That's so cute. What is that?" I'm like, "That's me," and they're like, "Okay." It's so cute. It's the cutest tote bag. So you get that if you're a producer. You also get your name in the credits. Plus, you get a handwritten Hot Topics card from me to you. This month is just Hot Topics, not really specified. And then you also get the sticker if you're in the headshot or producer tier. It's a new Trish emoji sticker that was just made this month just for our patrons. And we got a headshot.
It is also the perfect bag to go trick-or-treating. This,
Oh, wow. What a sell.
I mean, you can
Right.
fill this up with candy.
We ship by October 15th, so you'll get it definitely before Halloween. That's actually tea right there. Good job selling today, everybody. And then we have the headshot. This is a Beetlejuice inspired to commemorate Beetlejuice.
You have to like go full branded Trishel juice. It's so I love Trishel juice.
Did I make it?
You came
Wow,
up with that.
I coined it. I thought it was you. I was like, wow, that's good. Trishel juice. Right, we don't want to get copyright. It's Trishel juice, like Beetlejuice,
I
but
love
pink.
Trishel juice.
It's cute. Yeah. All right, so if you want the Trishel juice goodie package, you can sign up today at patreon.com/JustTrish. And the bonus videos are worth it. We get together. I think we're going to have our editor, Jimmy. We haven't asked you yet, Jimmy, but you'll see this in editing for Friday. We'll maybe play Just to Impress, and maybe Jimmy has one, or maybe you guys have Sims. I know everyone wants us to play Sims. Sounds awful, but if he wants to play
Jimmy
it.
is a pro gamer, so I think he can guide us in the right direction.
Okay, I'm excited about that. And are we gonna try the everything from Pizza Hut, or are we gonna do the Domino's white cheese thing?
I really want to try that Domino's white cheese.
The only reason I
thing.
tried it without you is because I thought you were gonna try it. Because last time I talked about it, you're
I
like,
know.
I'm gonna
I
try
said
it
I was gonna
tonight.
go order it, and then I didn't.
Okay.
I kind of flopped with that.
It was crazy. It actually feels like you might like pass out or something because it's just a lot of cheese and a lot of
Okay,
oil.
I don't know if you did the opposite of stuff. Okay, Pizza Hut. We'll go back to Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut sounds like a slay. It was really good. It just was like, wow, I'm like just eating oil and cheese.
I vote for Pizza Hut.
Yeah, you didn't even try it. You were like, no, thank you, because we ordered it on top of a regular pizza for Malibu. She gets like the thin crust, so we put it on top of that pizza, and there was just like grease all over the box from the other box. And I loved it. It was a slay, but it was a lot. It was, you couldn't eat like a lot of it. You could have like 2 bites and be like, okay, that's good. All right, so. Anyways, that's that. So
That's our intro.
Yeah. Welcome to Hot Topics. Let's get it rolling. And yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Yay, slay. Happy October. It's October 1st.
Oh shoot, it is.
Wait, why?
Oh my god, I just forgot. And like, Oh, it is October 1st. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Life starts now.
Spooky month.
Yeah, I redid my costume order, so I sent it to you. I know I was so annoying. I was like, I sent it to you at like 8 in the morning. I'm like, just so you know, I was up all night trying to readjust it because I had to do it based on photographer and glam. So I was like, readjust. It was not that too much has changed, but we are starting costumes next week. That's when we're starting costumes. So it's going to be really fun, you guys. I also thought of a new segment of like pitching ourselves for jobs we want, which I feel like we do all the time.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Not a job, but I am now putting myself in the running. Last time we talked about like presenting at the Streamer Awards, but now I want to be nominated for one. Just nominated. And then I was thinking,
wow.
Because I've streamed 3 times, and I'm like, I'm a streamer. So
Yeah,
I was like, best LGBTQIA plus streamer, but then I was like, too much competition. There's so many like bi, pan, lesbians on Twitch. Like, there's so many that
How
I feel
about
like
full on gay? That's
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like if we just have Cutie Cinderella, if we have just a gay category at the Streamer Awards,
you win.
I think I have a chance at least getting in the nominations. You know what I mean?
What if you have to compete against Jimmy?
Then honestly, it's an honor to be nominated. Honestly, I'm not even trying to win. I just want to like be like.
Do they have the best queer? Or can you not award that?
No, I feel like you at the GLAAD Awards, like get best gay everything.
Oh,
you
well,
know?
go to the GLAAD Awards. That's where you should. Well, honestly, streamers should do it too. The Streamer Awards should do it. Otherwise, they seem homophobic. So they probably should do that. That's a good one. So wait, is that why you're streaming?
I think so. Yeah. Now I'm like, I really got to stick with it because I want to get nominated at the Streamer
It's your brand
Awards.
at this point. You're gamer Oscar.
Yeah, Dress to Impress really became my thing somehow. I don't know.
We'll change the intro instead of like you holding your Emmy, or there's like a beaver. We'll put like headsets on you or something like that. That'd be cute. Or no, not beaver. What are you? Otter.
Otter. I was like, wait, beaver.
Yeah.
And then we're playing Dress to Impress again on Patreon this weekend. So
yeah, I can't wait. Oh my god, we should play it. Okay, do I have to download it too? Are we playing like all of us together this weekend?
We'll play all of it. Our first episode of us, the first time for both of us playing is going to go up on Saturday, and then we'll film more on Friday. But
we slayed.
We did a joint slay, and then next time we'll all compete against each other. Though,
I think that's better. I feel like we have different styles. We were good, but I feel like I was like, no. There was some. What was there a weird red outfit we had, and I was like, that's not a slay. That's not a slay. The apology one was cute, and then we did a joint one at the end, and we won. So honestly, yeah, I'm excited about it. Do I have to download it on my PC or my Mac or where?
You can download it on your Mac or your PC, Roblox. And that's that.
Is it going to give me a virus? I feel like that's the kind of game
Honestly,
that would.
I was kind of triggered about Roblox. Kind of a hot topic, I guess, because I know, like, little kid in my family, like, was getting almost, like, groomed via Roblox, which is so scary. So be careful with your kids playing it. Someone was, like, catfishing, I guess, like, an older guy. And then all of a sudden, like, his mom got a call from, like, the FBI, and they had to take his iPad away and, like, do an investigation. I guess they were already investigating the person who was, like, trying to talk to these kids on the app. That is scary.
Even I think that was just to impress too, because you were saying, I think you said in your video, or maybe it was Hot Topics, I don't remember, where you said they were like 16 and 17-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, that's cute, right? And it's cute for girls and gays and everything. But like, what if it's like a creepy old, like straight 50-year-old on there, like just pretending to be like a girl and like talking to the other girls? You know what I mean?
Know. They, at least in Dress to Impress, like they do a lot of censorship. Like we can't even say Trisha Paytas on there.
Yeah, I blocked it with hashtag. I was like, wow, okay.
So I guess that's good. Okay. But I don't know how it is for other.
And you can't private chat on Dress to Impress, right?
You can do like DM, like almost like DMs almost.
They should eliminate that. Love you, Dress to Impress, but they should eliminate it.
Don't you remember the Kardashian? There was the thing with the
was that
tape.
Real? Right.
And then there was a news story about somebody showing up to a house where a kid, like some older guy, showing up to a house of a kid that they met on Roblox.
Yeah. Also, I always feel like the creepy guys online are always old creepy guys.
Yeah.
Well, you ever think about that? Like, it's just like, why? Why are they always like ugly too? You know, we talk about serial killers being hot. It's like the creepers online are always ugly. Like, why?
That's why they're creepy.
Yeah, but you right? Okay, well, I don't know. Also, follow up to last week, you were talking about Cooper Coach being gay.
Yes.
He's actually married. Yeah. Yeah, has a husband. So wow.
Well, that is shocking.
Yeah.
I honestly was like, oh, maybe Jonathan Bailey should be him. He's married? Oh,
He's
my
married.
God.
I know. I thought that too. I was like, we could put them together.
Whoa.
Yeah, but no.
Damn, what the...
All the girls on TikTok were saying that too. They're like, wow, I found out he was gay. I was like, maybe I have a chance, but then found out married. It's like, it's done.
over.
It's over.
It's over, girls. Pack it up.
Double, yeah.
Double homicide.
Is that, can you say that? I was like, going to say that. I was like, I feel like that's offensive. Especially talking about the Menendez brothers and stuff. It's like, yikes. A little bit. I think it's fine at this point, right?
Yeah,
it's like enough time has passed.
Yeah.
It is crazy how everyone is just gunning so hard for them to get released now. And it's like, while I agree, like, the reason they did it, like, okay, should be taken into consideration. Like, I mean, they still kind of, like, did something crazy, like, heinous.
Yeah, I mean, that's like such. I think that's why it's one of those cases that's so captivating with the Menendez brothers, because it's like, yes, they did a horrible crime, but then it's again with like the Gypsy Rose of it all, like the circumstances around the crime, and it's such like a morally gray area. That's like, I think that's why it's so like divisive and interesting to talk about. I think they've done a lot of time though. At least it's not like they were just in there for like, you know, a couple of years or something. Like they really spent so much time in there. Like they have been punished, I guess, right? So
isn't Gypsy's boyfriend still in jail? The one that actually.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So it's like
if you actually did it,
it's not a parallel case. It's very different cases.
I don't know. It's very gruesome. I kind of watched the end of it and I was like, oh my God, it's kind of a lot actually. Like I kind of didn't realize, you know, you kind of, when you see like them like loading up and going, I'm like, it's intense. It's intense. I'm like, wow, that's kind of wild. But I know what you mean. Like it's just so much. It can get so much and like no one's like believing you, talking to you. I get it. But at the same time, like maybe there's other options. Like, I don't know, go live somewhere else.
Definitely.
The thing is more as a society, we're evolving to see that every bad person had something bad happen to them at some point in their life. So we get more compassion towards them now.
Yeah.
And I think in general, we just have to rethink jails, punishment, and how we deal with those issues.
Well, Kim Kardashian's trying to do that, right? She's trying to change the system or something. So everyone said they might get out now. I don't, you know, it's and hopefully, I don't know. They probably had an unfair trial, but still wild. It is crazy, but I guess Ryan Murphy did a good thing. It's bringing all this attention back on the Menendez brothers. So what if they got released because of Ryan Murphy? That'd be wild.
That would be crazy. Well, especially because Ryan Murphy has like tripled down now about like the Menendez brothers being offended about their portrayal in the show, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, he's like, F them. I was like, okay, damn. Yeah, at least the actors have more compassion. They're like, you know, I get it. It's like a hard time. Like, they wouldn't want to rewatch it. The other actor was like, I don't even want to meet them because it's like, you know, I did what I had to do and that was it. So I think the actors feel more compassion than Ryan Murphy. Because he should have at least met with them. I did do an eye roll on Twitter because they said something like he never even like asked to meet with them or talk to them. And I'm like, okay, but if you're trying to get all sides of the story, right, including the parents who can't tell their side of the story, wouldn't you at least want to talk to the brothers and hear what they have to say? Because probably now they're in a different position. I would imagine now they're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have, you know, done that.
And then Ryan Murphy also has come out and said, I wouldn't go so far as to say they should be freed, but I think their case should be re-examined. If that case was tried and all of the evidence was allowed in today, I think they probably would have been charged and found guilty of manslaughter, and they would be out of jail now. Okay, he kind of spilled there.
Okay, so he's kind of on their side. Well,
yeah,
you know.
He's an interesting man.
I would love him on the podcast. Ryan Murphy, come on the podcast. Yeah, they're all over my TikTok still. They're all over, and they got married. They got, you know, the whole thing. Pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, they're married in jail?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm. They're pretty cute. Well, I just saw the one. The one was a blonde girl, and she was married at the time she started writing him back in like 1989 when he first went to prison, or like 1990 or whatever it was, maybe 94. I don't even know. Did you know? Side note, on SNL they were played by John Malkovich and Rob Schneider.
Yeah, I saw a documentary where they were showing like all the clips in the media.
Oh, and they showed that.
They showed that.
I'm like, they were good-looking people. Why did they get the two? Like, I love John Malkovich, but like, you know, two like not attractive. There were so many attractive people in the early '90s. There was like Phil Hartman, there was Adam Sandler, Jay Moore. There were so many like young SNL people, and I was like, why did they get them to play that? That was so random and weird. I mean, John Malkovich is kind of a slay because he's like an actual like Academy Award-winning actor. Rob Schneider, on the other hand, I was like, very weird, very odd. But then in the documentary, or in not the documentary, the Ryan Murphy show, one of the brothers was like, oh my God, SNL like parodied us, so we're like famous. And I was like, I guess that's kind of cool. I would love to be parodied on SNL.
Really? Okay.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, that's a good segue into SNL.
I wasn't even going to make it a hot topic, but we watched it last night, and I literally thought of you.
Moo Deng.
You would be so cute as a Moo Deng.
I know.
Oh
I was honestly
God.
jealous of Bowen Yang for like getting to have a baby hippo costume. That was such a slay.
With
like,
the water?
Yeah. The costume was actually really good. Better than anything I could have ever thought of.
I know. I don't know who can construct that. I was trying to think of all the people that do mine. I'm like, we can maybe find someone. You have to like squeeze it in somehow because I know we already planned our costumes, but you would look really good as a Moo Deng.
Yeah. Honestly, Bowen Yang and I are on parallel paths in a
You
weird
can
way.
cosplay anything he does.
Yeah, I
Any
really
role he
feel
does,
it.
you can cosplay.
Because he was Charlie XCX. He was like everybody. And I was like, honestly, that could be you. I totally could see it. Wasn't he like the vice president nominee, JD Vance, too? I was like,
yeah.
random.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why at some point I stopped and I asked her, is he the guest of the show? Because he's like every
everything.
role.
He's
like,
so like, I told him he's starring in Wicked. He's like now the star of the show. He's like the new like Andy Samberg, Adam Sandler, whoever's like the star that gets to do all the things. It's Bowen Yang right now. He is kind of slayed, but the Mudang definitely stole it for sure. And he's I love him too. God, I want to be his friend too. Wait, did we talk bad about him?
No. You always liked
We
him.
always liked him good.
Yeah.
You did. You always liked him.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, all right, yeah, we love him so much. But I thought we were talking about it like the hippo and obviously the Chappell Roan thing, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's like too far or whatever. But like honestly, I think about like not to say she's having a mental breakdown, but during like my height of my mental breakdowns, I would like I think if SNL were to parody me, I would think it would be kind of cool, right? Right? Like something so simple as like an Instagram story, and they took that and made it a whole thing. You know what I mean? I think it was like cute.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, we should explain. Everyone's like, explain the topic.
Like,
I'm so sorry. I saw that comment. Yes.
So on Weekend Update, Bowen Yang, backtrack, I guess, Bowen Yang with his Mood Dang. It was like Mood Dang as Chappell Roan vibes. Honestly, when you think about it, Chappell and Mood Dang are, again, on similar paths. Honestly, catapulted into fame.
Yeah.
Weren't necessarily prepared for it, couldn't really process it. Mood Dang's getting bottles thrown at her to get, attention.
And shellfish.
Yes.
Yes. Is that true? Was that part true? Or
yes.
you said, oh, wow.
Like people
Sad.
aren't respecting their personal spaces, or their bodies,
As Bowen Yang says, young girls brought up just to be taken down,
Very that. So
they're both that.
Yeah, I honestly think they are. In reality, I do think Mood Dang and Chappell are on similar vibes. But at first too, I'm very protective and defensive over Chappell. So at first I was like, no, like what are they doing? And then I had to like take my woke hat off a little bit, and I was like, it's kind of camp, right? Like also Bowen is friends with Chappell. Like Bowen has interviewed Chappell before. I think they have a good rapport. Chappell is coming on SNL in like 2 weeks, so I don't think that Bowen would do anything like out of malice. And he actually had to issue a statement because.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he saw like a lot of people think that he was like mocking Chappell versus
parodying her.
Yeah, versus like parroting. And he said on Sunday, "Oh geez, mocks. If my personal stance and the piece aren't absolutely clear in terms of supporting her, then there it is, I guess." And he also added that he believes that Chappell's request for fans to respect her boundaries were reasonable, which is very sweet. I think it's one of those things where like, people misconstrue the intent of it. But I think for Bowen, it came out of a place of love, clearly.
For sure. Even at the end, he did say that. He's like, we're both, women that like people love to bring up. And I felt like it was very that. It was like cutesy enough. And yeah, I thought it was good. And it made it like more lighthearted, the situation, because everyone like takes it so, like everyone got so upset. Like there was it was so polarizing, right? What Chappell's saying. Everyone's like so mad at her. And like, I can't believe you did this. And then there was some that like, still went and saw the drag queens perform Chappell Roan music and was like, that's a slut. You know what I mean? So I think it like made it like a little less heavy for everyone taking it so seriously, because no one knows what Chappell's like tone was, but it's like she said what she said. She said, I'll be back soon. She seemed fine, whatever. And everyone's like, oh my God, how dare she? And he kind of made it like more lighthearted, which I think is cute. I feel like when SNL parodies anyone, because they do like all the politicians and stuff, they did Hawk Tuah, girl. I was like, Hawk Tuah got parodied on SNL, and I've never been more jealous of my life. I actually DM'd her. I was like, do you want to come on my show? Because I need a guest. So I literally I texted back everyone who asked me if we wanted her. I was like, is she available this week?
It's
like
Brittany Broski all over again. Oh my God.
I have a whole apology tour this episode, by the way. Joe Jonas, I have to apologize to. I have another apology. Where's my other one in it? Ellen, I have an apology to Ellen. It's an apology tour for sure. I will. Hawk Tuah was the first one. Because it's like, I did always want her on, and I was like, oh, I have to do pod swap. But you know what? I'll go wherever you at if you want to do a pod swap. Because I was like, she's on SNL. That's pretty sick. Anytime they mention anyone, like a YouTuber, they did like a David Dobrik apology style one a couple years ago. They mentioned the Paul brothers, and I was like, oh. And then when I saw someone actually parodying Hawk Tuah, I couldn't have been more jealous. In that moment, I literally looked at Moses, I'm like, she's mainstream. She's bona fide. She's everything I wish I could be.
Number 3 podcast in the world.
Crazy.
Or America,
and not only did everyone ask me, and I've said no so many times, she DM'd me and I ignored it. I probably missed my boat. It's like the Chappell Roan. She got super like famous right in that little moment I could have asked. And I was like, I miss it. I miss the mark every time. Every single time. I don't understand. It's crazy. But
I know, because you did keep saying no. And that's why I DM'd you the other week. I was like, well, she's number 4.
No.
It
Like,
did sure?
Even then, I was like, it's a fluke, whatever. And then I saw the SNL and I was like, done. And she was super sweet. Her DM was actually really nice. Like, I'm a fan. Would you want to come on? But I don't think she's in LA now. I think she might have only been here for like 10 days or something.
Oh, no.
Missed the boat. I'll come down to Tennessee, wherever Hawk Tuah lives. I'm coming. That was cool. I think you made it when SNL parodies you. I think so too. Like I would love if they did gestures. Bowen can play you.
Oh my god, his Oscar laugh would be so good.
Yes, he'd be so good. I don't know who would play me. There's no chubbies on there.
It'd be the celebrity, like whatever the celebrity is.
Jean Smart.
Week.
She would have done it good, just Trish.
I was gonna say like Sabrina Carpenter, but yeah.
I wish. Ariana Grande's coming up. Maybe she can play me.
Maybe she'll play you.
That would be everything. Yeah, I loved it. I liked SNL. I love that show. So good. There's like a TikToker on this season, isn't there?
Oh yeah, one of the new ones.
Was she on any sketches last night?
I don't. I only watched the Mudang one in all transparency.
Wait, really?
I'm not an SNL girl. I see clips and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
I love SNL. I just find it so fun. Even like the political stuff, which I truly never watch anything, so I don't even know who they're parodying. I just think it's funny. I'm always like, that's so funny. I was like, when the Doug character came out, I guess it's Kamala's husband. I literally thought it was whoever her running mate is. I don't know his name, but I thought it was that guy. And then when the other guy came on as the vice president guy, I was like, they all look the same. I don't know. I guess that was like kind of the joke too. She's like, here's another old white guy that like supports me. I was like, oh, okay. I honestly can't keep him straight, but and then Dana Carvey came on as Joe Biden, which I thought was great too. And again, I know nothing about any of it. I just think it's so funny, and I'm like, that looks good. He's like, by the way, have I said? I'm like, I don't get it, but I like it. I support it. I'm excited for this season because we have Ariana, we have Chappell. There's so many good people coming up.
Yeah. There's two segues. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this other SNL story that I thought was funny. Again, Bowen Yang, he did an interview where he talked about like how he faced backlash when Sydney Sweeney was a host on SNL. Because they thought that some audience people thought that they objectified Sydney's body too much.
Oh my god, why do people complain about everything? Like, we're complaining about SNL, like, that she willingly hosted and willingly says yes or no to skits. Like, I'm so confused by this. People are so annoying.
He came out to say that Sydney was practically begging to make fun of her boobs, which is kind of fierce.
I mean, he's saying she asked that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she was down. She's that person. She likes to show the body.
He said that Sydney was an example of a host who came in and understood how she was being consumed and perceived already. She came in and was like, please, everyone, make jokes about my boobs. She was practically begging everybody.
I love it. I would do the same thing.
I mean, that's fierce on her part.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't get it. She's one that doesn't get enough credit. Like, she's pretty, like, branding-wise, career-wise, she's pretty, like, self-aware, and she plays into it a lot. And she knows that, like, a lot of her audience is, like, the male gaze, straight gaze.
Yeah.
And she plays into it. Like, she's on her Instagram, like, I love when she's, like, at the lake, and then it's just, like, she's, like, bending forward with her boobs out.
Yeah.
She went to horror nights and her friend wore like a penis shirt randomly, and then she had one like putting her mouth, like her tongue out in front of the penis shirt.
Oh my god! And she posted on Instagram.
Yeah,
she could get away with it. I get banned.
You would get banned.
Mine get
you
banned.
made Trisha back up too.
Yeah. Please stop with that meta. Give me back my Trisha penis. I put out the search for it. No one can help. But yeah, I would get banned for sure. Only Sydney Sweeney can get away with it. She's a goddess. She's very Sabrina too, in the sense they know, like they just play. Like Sabrina is like the Sydney Sweeney for like girls and gays, you know?
Yeah.
Like she plays up the sexy, but it's not about like boobs or whatever. It's more like the innuendos and all that fun stuff.
Although there was this like weird quote that Bowen went on to say in the interview. He said, but then she also said, "You're living every gay man's dream by having sex with me."
Oh. Wait,
she
what?
knows that and then he said she knows that she is so has so much raw sexual power that anyone would be thrilled to stimulate sex with her.
Oh.
So he was complimenting, but like hearing that alone, I was like, wait, huh? Like, why would if this girl came up to me and was like, you know, you're living the dream. You're living every gay man's dream to like have
sex with me?
Yeah.
What would you say? You kind of would you be like, yeah, gagged.
Honestly, in the moment I'd be like, you're so right, Sydney.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna bring her.
But me out of like me being woke, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not my dream,
Wait,
Sydney.
really?
Yeah, like I would want to like key with Sydney Sweeney. I wouldn't want to like. I want to know the gossip. I want to know like what like celebrity guys are pigs. You know?
I feel the opposite. Okay, I know we weren't gonna bring him up anymore, Jonathan Bailey. But like if he were to say that to me, if he's like, "You're living the dream," every straight girl's fantasy to be with me, I'd be like, "You're right. Yes, yes." You know what I mean? Like, and you would be like, I'd be like salivating. You know what I mean?
Salivating.
Well, I guess because I'm into guys. Well, I'm into. I guess. Oh, because you're not into
girls. Yeah, like I don't think about
but
girls
if Chappell
sexually
said that
at all.
to me, I'd be like, "You're right. Yes, I'm so like, you know what I mean? Pretty much any celebrity, really." So, I think it's kind. I guess it's like cutesy. Yeah, you kind of have to know, I guess, her sense of humor. We don't know her sense of humor, but it seems fun. It seems camp. It seems... Yeah. Well, did they have sex in the skit? I'm confused.
There was one skit when Sydney Sweeney hosted SNL where they had like a work affair or something. It was like a whole thing. It was long, too, where they were like having sex or something. Bowen was like the hot guy who was pretending to be gay so he could get girls or whatever.
Right. And I remember that.
Whole like steamy like sex scene.
I believed it too. When we were watching Modern Family again, I was telling him that Eric Stone Street is straight. He's like, what?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And not only is he straight, and I'm like, this is all alleged like rumors, but like he's kind of a little bit of a player because I was showing Moses all his different girlfriends that he's had. Well, there's like 2 main girlfriends he's had, and they look exactly like each other. And like allegedly, I just heard rumors. I don't know if it's true, but like he like was with this one for like a long time, and then there was like a younger version of her that came along, and he like. I think he's married to her.
Oh.
I don't know how true that is, but they do look very much like. I kept showing Moses the different photos. He's like, that's the same girl. I'm like, no, look at the name here. Look at the name here. Like, you know what I mean? I was like showing him. And he's like, yeah. But a lot of times that happens. Like a lot of the people Moses pointed out, like the ones who play like gay on TV, they're like, not only are they straight, but they're like the players.
So weird.
Yeah. And I dated one like that played gay all the time. I did. He played gay in every role, and people were like, wait, what? I thought he was gay. And I was like, yeah. And then you think you're like, oh, he's cute. Everyone thinks he's gay and he's funny. You think he's going to be that character in real life, but like straight.
Oh,
but he was like the biggest player. Not only did he have like a whole girlfriend he was living with, but he had like someone in New Orleans. He was on Craigslist here. And it's like he had like 50 people. And I was just like, Jesus. Like, we just thought you were this cute little like sassy gay on Broadway. And it was like, no, not only am I straight, I'm going to terrorize everyone with my penis. Not everyone, not even just female, like everybody. Not, whatever. I'm not going to out anyone, but it just was like
Sounds
everybody.
Like P. Diddy.
Yeah, literally the same vibe. But that was a good observation because I was like, yeah, because Eric Stone Street plays gay well on there. But I was just like, he actually has some scandal.
I found out he was straight when he was dating Bethany Frankel from Real Housewives in New York for a while. Yes, and when I saw that, I was like, wait, he's straight? And that was like the most like mind-bending way to find out he was straight, like dating Bethany Frankel.
I thought she was married for so long.
She was married, then divorced. They got divorced a while ago. Yeah.
Wow.
But that was like
getting around.
Yeah.
Because it's like why I do love gay men. You just feel very safe, yeah. So when you see, obviously, I have this relationship where I think they're their character. So you see them play this like cute little gay person, and you're just like, oh my god, like I love it. You know what I mean? And then you find out, and you're like, oh yeah, they're kind of the worst actually. But Bowen Yang played straight well. I love it. I loved it so much. I remember that thing, and I was like, that's so smart actually. I loved it. Before I forget though, we mentioned Japan at the beginning of this episode. I wanted to put out like a little. We never even talked about dream jobs, but we'll get to that. Yeah. Dream jobs I want. Another dream job I want. I would love to tour Asia and we could go to Japan. I would perform. I'll perform if you just, bring us all there. I'll do a little set. I'll do a little freaky. I have a new album coming out next year, so I'll perform all my new songs. I can do one in Japanese if you want me to. I'll learn a language. But I thought it'd be so fun if we did like a series of podcasts over there, and then I'll perform some shows in Japan, and then we can go sightsee and look at everything.
That's my dream.
Yeah, me too. I want to go during cherry blossom season though.
So like May. Yeah.
That'd be
birthday,
great. Yeah. And Joey Graceffa's birthday.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Isn't that his birthday trip every year?
Yes.
Are those cherry blossoms? We should put those behind. Or are those a drink? What are those?
Wisteria. That's
right. Like Wisteria Lane. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Anyways, I gotta put that out there. So if there's any Japanese promoters out there that want me to come sing freak to get freaky, I'm coming and we'll do a podcast. But yeah. Is there 4 seasons in Japan?
I don't know.
That'd be so cool. Like in Okinawa or something. I would love it.
Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo.
I'm sure there is. We can play Pokemon in Japan.
Remember?
There is a 4 seasons in Japan.
Which one? Where?
It's adjacent to Tokyo Station.
Ooh. Let's go. What's it called? 4 seasons?
4 Seasons Hotel Tokyo at Marunouchi.
Love it. I want to go so bad. Fun fact, I think I talked about this to you. I don't know. Anyways, maybe I was talking about it. Okay, anyways. I talked about, like, lying all the time on a plane when I was a kid. When I was, like, 10, I used to, like, lie about being married or having kids. Did I tell you about this? Like, little white lies, whatever. But I used to remember saying that I was Japanese to people. I would say my dad.
Not when he's drinking his water. And don't spit on the microphone or the computer.
Okay. No, but I would say, because people would get that same reaction. And I was like, no, my dad is like, because there's like a military base over in Okinawa. And I'd be like, my dad's in the military. I was actually born in Okinawa. And I knew that word because Kill Bill came out in 2001. So I was like 13 or something. And so I knew the city and I knew that. I was like, no, I was like born in Okinawa. I was on the base. And everyone's like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I'm like, yeah, technically I'm Japanese. And they were like, oh, that's so cool. Anyways, I remember that. I lied about a lot, but Back to SNL. I didn't want to forget that. I didn't want to forget that little segue because I was like, wait, I wanted to say that earlier when you talked about Japan because we want to go to Japan. Even before, when I met Moses, he's like, my dream destination was always Japan, and so was mine. And then we met during the pandemic, so neither one of us could go. And then you were talking about Japan. I was like, actually, my makeup artist, Ari, she loves Japan too. I don't think she's been over there. She was supposed to go this year and didn't end up going. So
I think for me, that's my number one food.
Really?
Japanese food.
Sushi and stuff. You love that.
Japanese food.
I love Japanese too. Is Benihana considered Japanese, right? Hibachi?
I think so.
I think so. It's not Chinese.
No, but I think it's fusion of some kind.
Yeah. I love it. I love hibachi. I think hibachi is Japanese, I think. But anyways, I don't know any Japanese songs, but I definitely can learn it. I would love to sing
J-pop. Yeah, you can have your J-pop era.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. Any other SNL news, or was there a segue? Well, real quick, I have to say my other jobs too. Okay, real quick, I want to be Kotb. She's leaving the Today Show, and I want to be. Do you know Kotb?
Hoda?
Hoda?
Hoda copy?
What did I say?
Kodashi? You're already in Japan, I guess.
Wait, did I say a different name?
Yeah, I thought you said Kodashi or something.
I heard Koda.
Oh, Hoda Kotb. Isn't that her name?
Hoda copy?
I put Kotb. Hoda Kopi.
Copy?
Copy.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. I could have sworn it was Hoda copy.
With
yeah.
Kathy Lee, where they drink wine. I want to do it. She's gone. You remember we were just talking about how all the older people, like, and I'm not saying this in a mean way. When I'm like 60, I want people to be like, okay, time for you to go. Let's put the new ones in. We were just talking about this last week, and I said, oh, the male ones. Now I can be in Hoda's spot. And I'm going to be in there, so please put me out there. I tweeted it. I put it on my story. I would love to be considered. We've been talking about New York. I feel like I'm going to relocate there. So New York, and then also Andrew Garfield wants to star in a
erotic thriller.
Oh wait, how did you see that? It was so it was not even Pop Crave. It was like Pop Hive or something. It was something so random. How did you see that? Why was that even news? I don't know.
I think everyone just wants to see Andrew Garfield in an erotic thriller.
Well, he said Fatal Attraction, and it's already in the album, Jimmy. It's already in the album. I have been Fatal Attraction so many times. So it's Glenn Close, and she's like this, he sleeps with her, he has an affair with her, whatever, he's married, and she's like this blonde and whatever in the 80s, and then she becomes obsessed with him, and then he she won't leave her alone. She kills the bunny. She's just like, I will not be ignored, and she comes with him. I've recreated it multiple times. There's pictures of me, so I'm just saying if there's a Fatal Attraction remake, I would also like to be in this. And I love Andrew Garfield. I had a phase, remember? I was obsessed with Andrew Garfield. Was that during this podcast or before the podcast? Wait,
no, before, yeah.
You dressed up as how many Andrew Garfield characters? At least 5. You were Jim Baker.
TED Talks. That's when we did the Trish Talks.
Oh yeah, you were Jim Baker. You were who's the other one? Spider-Man, Jonathan Larson. There was another one too. The Mormon show. There's so many. We did all cosplays of all of them. Love Andrew Garfield. He really does look like everybody. He's so great. Okay, that's it. And SNL, I would like to host that show too. If we're just gonna put jobs out there, if any TikToker is gonna be on there, I want to come on there too. I'll show you my reel. That poor guy. Remember that guy on TikTok who really campaigned to be a star on SNL?
No,
you never saw him. He's kind of like he looks like the Try Guy, the one Try Guy with the glasses, the little one, not the big one, the little one.
Oh, the little one.
With glasses. And he looks just like him. He looks like a Rick Moranis. And he did this whole rap, and people just flamed him for it. And he was asking Lorne Michaels to be on SNL.
Yes, wait, I do. When you said rap, that unlocked. Yes.
He's like, hey, Lorne Michaels, you should probably cast me because I'm so quirky. He was just that. And it was and he did a whole thing. He put his all into it. He edited it. And everyone just dragged him through the coals. And he didn't get it. And then they hired this other TikTok sketch artist to get it. I don't know if she's good. But yeah, I was like, poor guy. Poor guy. Anyways, what erotic thriller do you want to see Andrew Garfield in?
Maybe a gay one. He would actually be really good. And, he is an ally enough where he can play gay,
I feel like he has played gay before, no?
I feel like he has too, but he's like, I don't know, he's kind of girly coded. He was a guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, so he's definitely gay enough. UK.
He seems British, but he's not. He does seem like a British person.
Yeah, he is British, isn't he?
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard him speak British ever.
I'm 90% sure. Where is Andrew Garfield from?
With an accent? Never.
I remember something.
He's never had an accent.
History.
Oh, maybe you're right. Oh, no. His mom is from Essex. He has a little bit of an accent, no?
He was mixed.
Did he grow up where? Is he British?
His dad's side is from Los Angeles. His brother lives in Surrey in the UK.
Oh.
I can't tell. There's a million.
He's mixed.
He's a mix.
Okay.
He's the really exotic mix of Californian and
American
English.
and British. Okay. Yeah, that's so interesting because he seems like a British person to me, but he never talks like it.
To me, he has a British accent, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's always been like Southern or New York or
well, in real life. Do you watch his interviews?
Yes, I saw the
really?
one in Graham Norton where he's talking about his mom, or no, it was somewhere, and he talked about his mom passing away, and it was like really sad for him. But I don't remember an accent.
Oh.
But maybe. Crazy. I wonder if British people get circumcised anymore.
That's a good question.
They never used to. They're always uncircumcised over there.
I don't have much experience.
Really? You never had a London British era?
No, oh my God, what year was it? Maybe 2012. There was one guy I hooked up with who was British. Like he was visiting LA from the UK, I suppose. And I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is my Prince Harry or something. I don't know. This is why we're too similar. Because I hooked up with him once and I was like, this is it. I'm
You're
gonna have to. Yes.
Same.
It was one night stand, but I was like, I'm in love.
I feel like I've been attached to definitely one night stands before too, where you think they're gonna call and it's gonna be this happy ending, and it's like never heard from them again. British people specifically, I think that's why I always had like a little bit of a beef with British people because they are kind of like that. You kind of like never hear from them again. They just like disappear, and you're just like, what happened? The accent is cute, but it'd probably get annoying over time to hear it every day. It's probably a lot, but it's cute. It's cute. I like it.
Oh my God.
I'm more into the Irish accent these days than the English one, but.
Oh yeah, speaking of Ireland,
is that a hot topic segment?
I was gonna say that Adam, forgot to tell. Well, we kind of talked about it offline, I guess, but I did Adam Macintyre's podcast last week, and it was fun. It was very sweet. So
that's good.
Yes,
I was nervous for you.
It was all very positive, just about my career. I don't know how interesting that was. I had to throw in some choline shakes. I'm like, I got to give him something.
What did you say, or you have to wait?
It was we'll have to wait. Yeah. But it did remind me a little bit because I guess it was a little bit awkward because I guess Adam called out Daniel like the week after.
Yes. I don't watch it when it's about me. I'm
either.
Like, no.
But Daniel called me. He was like kind of stressed about it, and then I was like, wait, what happened?
Oh, that's so sad.
But I think people cause basically Adam called out Daniel and there's one video where he like said Colleen, one of my best friends, when he was calling out Gabby Hanna, like pulled the Colleen card to say like, look, Colleen is saying Gabby Hanna also did all this stuff too, like as a vouch almost.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see. Okay.
But the problem with Daniel is he talks a lot in hyperbole. So it's like
what's hyperbole?
It's like he makes it very extreme. It's like he's like friendly with someone, but it's like one of my greatest friends ever, the light of my life, Colleen Ballinger. Yeah. He's very that.
And can you attest to him being friends or not being friends?
I think friendly. I don't know if they're like were ever besties like that. And this is how I can attest because I remembered Memory Unlocked. I went to an Ariana Grande concert with Daniel. And Daniel was in full, like he went in Ariana Grande drag and he was like, oh, I know. He found out Colleen was going to the same show and was like backstage and stuff. Oh. And he was trying to like text her like, oh, maybe, we can like go backstage or something. Yeah. And the girl like left him on red for talking like,
Colleen.
Yes, Colleen left him on red, like talking about meeting up at the Ariana Grande concert or whatever. Because she was with like Todrick and Aria and Frankie,
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she just couldn't get another person in. Giving her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know.
I know. I was like, what side are you on?
Only because I know. I haven't really been in that situation a lot, but like anytime I have, I'm usually like a +1 to the +1. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think she's like besties with Ariana. She had to be besties with Frankie, who's brothers with Ariana. She's like separated, right?
I don't know. She's really close with or was really close with Ariana, right? Like she was her vocal coach.
I mean, she did like a show with her.
That's kind of close,
like besties.
No?
I think she might have been closer with Frankie.
Okay.
From my understanding.
Well, she stayed in. Was it Ariana's New York apartment? When she was in New York, she was staying in either Frankie or Ariana's apartment.
Probably Frankie.
Okay.
I don't think they're as close as they thought. Only because I also was not besties with Colleen, but I knew her for a brief time, and I don't think there was any immediate. And you can't say like, oh, thank you, next video, because so is Gabby DeMartino. You know what I mean? Like, just because they're in the video doesn't mean it's like, oh, she's a social media person. I need people. Okay, yeah, it's like me and Katy Perry being best friends. It doesn't work that way. But people think that. I don't think so. I'm just saying, I don't think she's besties with her.
Well, being besties with Frankie, at least, that's a direct tie-in.
But if she's not besties with Danielle, if they are just like distant,
that's
I'd be like,
true.
I don't really know you.
Well, again, I guess that's proof that like they were never that close.
So she just left him on red.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Only because I've left people on red too. Because sometimes you just are not, you know what I mean? There's so not the same example, but like let's say like, okay, with the hoodies and blankets, I'm like, okay, they sold out in 5 minutes. I've had people text me like I haven't seen in like years and like, oh, can I have one of those blankets in a size large hoodie? And I was like, oh, like, yeah, but it's sold out. So you have to wait for the next one. Like, it's so weird. I didn't text that, but like if I would have texted, that's what I said. Anyways, I left them on red is the point because I hadn't seen them in 5 years. So I was like, well, I haven't talked to you, so why? I'm going to leave it on red. I don't want to be rude. You don't be like, no, I haven't talked to you. So I don't know. Maybe she was that. I guess
that's a fair point, yeah. But back then,
share that tidbit with Adam?
No, because I forgot.
Oh,
but
okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah. This is a retrospective. But I guess at the time I did think Daniel and Colleen were closer. But then looking back in retrospect, after Daniel said he was never that close to Colleen, I was like, that kind of makes sense then.
I guess he did her backyard. Someone said too.
Yes, I remember when he redid her backyard. But I don't know. Everyone is like his best. Anyone he has like,
Yeah.
Like when he was here, he's like, I always knew Oscar was going to be a star. I was like, Daniel, be so serious.
I don't know. I always knew that. Every time I saw you, I felt the same way. He might have. Everyone says that, and it's true, obviously. And that's why I've always tried to get you on every single thing I've done because I was just like, you're so good at everything.
Oh my God, that's so
I just
funny.
never had anything to get you on. Even this, I felt like it wasn't legitimate enough. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like in my basement, but... I think that's so interesting. I love Daniel. He's like, honestly, like I really loved seeing him. I hadn't seen him in so long, and I've always liked him. I've always talked to him more, but he is very like sensitive. I realize, like, he with is. Comments and stuff. He would reply in the comments, and I'm just like, just don't look at comments because no, even if 90% of the people like you're just gonna look at the 10% of comments that are like saying mean stuff, and like we do try to monitor a little bit. It's not censoring, but like we don't want people being like nasty for no reason. Over here, I saw the button push.
Saying, like it's not even 10%. It's like 1%.
1%, right?
Yeah.
And you see the 1% of people being hateful, and so it's just like, okay, so we try to like clean up if people are being mean. I mean, obviously, if they just have like criticism, we want that. But like, yeah, I didn't realize he was like that sensitive. To me, he seems like the most can take anything, but actually,
yeah, it's always those types of people. Yeah, the ones that are putting themselves out there the most.
Yeah.
Like I can clap back. Like the sassiest ones are the softest souls.
Yes, that is actually very true. I was surprised, but I loved him. I loved him. I didn't know so much controversy. I didn't know he had so much.
Either.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of making sense. But
he to me is always like it's harmless sass. It never was like crazy.
That's serious. I think. I don't know either.
Yeah. I know. I saw it. I was like, oh no, the backlash, but it happens. We love Daniel. He's having his best life living in Italy right now. He's just like going through the vineyards and writing books. And I was like, all right, seems like he has a good life. I don't know. He seems slay. I liked him, and he was nice to come. Anyone who wants to come here, I'm like, thank you, because it is actually kind of hard to find people.
I know, surprisingly, that was kind of what we talked about with Adam, too. I was like, because he was saying the same thing, like, oh, it was hard for him to get guests because of the association of drama and stuff. And I was like, I stand in solidarity with people who have the reputation of drama because I get it. Yeah. And, like, I guess we are drama, I guess. But it reminds me of when Ted Nivison was here. It's like, I associate you guys with vlogs, drama, gossip.
Wait, oh,
you remember you said like vlogs?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
We're vloggers now. I guess so. Yeah, we are in the sense of like the drama channels. We use like influencers and stuff.
But if we were straight men, we would be commentators. That's the guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why is it all the girls and the gays who get the drama label?
Yeah.
But the guys they're commentators. They're commentators.
Is so true. Right? Yeah, you're right. Hate it.
Like, what is up with that? Like, D'Angelo Wallace is a commentator.
Mm-hmm, but meanwhile, talks about all the same stuff.
Yeah, honestly.
He does do a little more investigation, but voice critical. He's just sitting there in a bedroom. Oh, Colleen, I don't know anything about this, but let me get 10 million views and talk about it. It's so annoying. I'm like, how? It's so annoying. We're just looked at as drama, but as someone, if it's a guy, it's like, oh, they were the first to talk about it, break this story. It's like, okay. We did break the Rosanna Pansino MrBeast, though. I will always take credit for that.
Is still such a wild journey. Have you seen Rosanna's latest video about MrBeast?
Yeah.
You saw it.
I saw it fully.
It was wild.
It was well done. I was like, wow, this is okay. She's really hitting on some urgent points. And I remember back then when she was here, I was like, what is this about? Like MrBeast? Like, I don't see this going anywhere. Yeah. And then suddenly it's just like
everywhere.
One after the next thing, after the next thing.
Good for her. That rebrand is crazy.
Yeah.
From Nerdy Nummies to MrBeast.
And she's still cooking, but she's, throwing drama in there too. Yeah. She does a little bit of both.
She has a little tea.
Oh, she's cute. Piping tea.
I love it.
The presentation is cute.
Yeah.
You should go watch it because she talked about things I haven't heard about before. Yeah. About gambling, crypto, and mostly, getting other people to invest in things and then pulling it rug pull, basically.
Really? It's all true? I guess. So she put it out.
Allegedly. But,
Allegedly.
Alleged, but she provides some damning evidence. It's alleged, but there are clips of all this stuff. Yeah. But when you put it together and you put it under the right light, it's like, oh, that actually is weird. I mean, at first, Rosanna's video started by talking about Jimmy breaking the law as far as gambling when he was underage, and I was like, where are we gonna go with this? If this is all we got, then it's not that damning. But I think that was to kind of show that, or to claim that Jimmy is, very much fueled by gambling, kind of gets a rush by it.
Oh, I see. Setting up the story.
Many of his videos are about gambling. He'll buy 100,000 scratchers and see if he can make his money back or stuff. So there's a lot of gambling in his videos. Or when he sells stuff, let's say, if you buy this cup now, you will win, so people rush to do things for the chance of winning something.
We should put 1-800-GAMBLERS Anonymous right here. If you have a gambling addiction, call this number, because I do feel like, they do that all the time. Whenever you mention gambling, I think actually when we have DraftKings, I think we always are doing a little if you have a problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you have a problem, thank God I never had a gambling problem, because honestly, I have so many addictives.
My God, yeah.
It'd
be over.
I'd be over.
It would be over.
It's better. See, a shopping addiction is better than a gambling addiction, honestly.
But I think the outcome is the same at the end.
No.
I think gambling's
worse because they really just get that high. You buy a purse. Okay, I buy a $2,000 purse once a month. Okay, as opposed to gambling, you're just chasing. And I bought everything I've ever wanted, so I don't even buy anything anymore, because I'm just I have everything. So it's at some point I stopped, as opposed to gambling. I mean, I do the lottery. I do Mega Millions, but I have a very strategic thing. I buy the same numbers every week. It's not really gambling. It's I have my limit. I put $20 into it, and that's it.
Yeah, I think Jimmy has been they pulled up one of his accounts to show how much money he was gambling, or gambling with crypto and stuff, and it was hundreds of thousands.
Oh
yeah, it was pretty wild.
Good thing he's rich.
I know. Well, then that was the other thing too, because they showed clips of him no, I'm basically poor. All my money goes back into my videos, and then they pulled up his gambling profile. And it's well, you put this over $100,000 or $200,000 into for gambling allegedly, then how can you say that you're poor? It's always the poor. Never claim that you're poor.
Oh, I hate when people say that.
Especially number one YouTuber in the world, Lunchly, Feastables, a so compound.
Crazy. Yeah, a compound. You're right. On top of that, it is actually so true. But yeah, you could lose it. Didn't you know someone that lost everything because of gambling? He lost his wife and house and everything. It's crazy. People can literally lose their entire life because of it. Yeah. They just can't stop, and then they lose the mortgage. They lose this. They put their house up for collateral. They just do the craziest things. That would be awful. And sometimes you don't know. The addicts. If you're an addict, you kind of hide that, and you wouldn't know until after you got married. But I guess it's grounds for divorce. I guess it's
look at Bruno Mars.
But I thought that was not true, right? That came out. He's that was not real.
I don't know. I thought it was, but maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, but I've seen people that have gambling addiction. When you see it in real life, it's devastating. Because I remember this one guy. We were in Vegas, and he was just going to the table, and all of his life savings, and they're so delusional. They're confident they're going to win, and he goes and he puts all the money and loses all of it, and then you see the devastation, and then he was just going to find ways to get more money to make up for that money. And and they end up losing their houses and everything. Yeah,
that'd be awful. I know, and it's crazy how those addictions get you. A gambling, are you born that way? You think about, I think about my food addiction, shopping addiction. It's are you born that way, or is like Dr. Drew says, it's personality addictions. It's kind of how do you develop those? You just have an addictive personality, because I have an addictive personality, but I'm not addicted to gambling or alcohol. How do you decide your addiction?
You don't. I guess you don't decide, but it's in a way something that fits your body or soul, it fits something in you. So
feeds or fits?
There's a fit, alcohol. There's people that cannot have alcohol. That's the only thing they cannot have, right? That's why AA, they just can't touch it. If they touch it, they go crazy.
I see.
So each person has, and the worst thing is if you come across your addiction and then you're hooked. But if you never come across it, you don't.
What if you're addicted to food and you have to eat food? You can't go cold turkey.
Food is one of the toughest one, because you do have to eat. Alcohol, you don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to do drugs. But food, you have to eat. So it's a tough. Probably the toughest one, I think.
It's so tough. I know. After this weekend, I was like, no more junk food. And then I crumbled this morning. But it did feel good. It is a high. It's this high you get. And you're just oh my God, it was so good. Damn, that was good. It was butter on top of it. It was crazy. It was a thing of butter. It didn't melt. It looked like ice cream, but it didn't melt. That was wild. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure that's so many calories. I'm sure I had 2,000 calories.
And then another thing that was
No, I love it. You keep the train moving. I like it.
Another thing, Rosanna, and she teamed up with Dog Pack for this video.
Oh, sponsored. Yeah.
He used to work with. He used to work with MrBeast.
He said teamed up with. It sounded like a sponsor. I was like, wow, that's good. Who's Dog Pack?
Sponsored by a pack of dogs.
Yeah, I love the name. It does sound like a dog food company or something.
That's so funny. He's also one of the ones, he like used to work with MrBeast, so, and he's like really kind of like Rosanna, like on MrBeast, like wants to like, get some justice. So they teamed up, and then they also talked about how MrBeast uses like AI to like dramatize his like charity videos. Like he'll be like, we're renovating a hospital, and like he'll make it look worse with like AI.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like after like in post or something?
Yeah, like in the actual video, like they would compare,
God.
like and they would show, or they claim,
Ew.
I suppose. So he allegedly uses AI to make it look worse, so that way it makes the difference look more like dramatic.
Was Dog Pack an editor, or how does he know it?
I forgot what he did.
He just worked with him.
Yeah.
That's wild. And I mean, sure, he had an NDA. I guess NDAs just don't matter. Like, people just talk. Because everyone's like, oh, there's an NDA, and they just talk anyways.
I guess. Well, I guess with NDAs, too, like, I think there's a lot of ways around them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You say it's illegal now to have an NDA or something? Or no? Was that something else?
I think that was something...
Like, I can't have you sign an NDA.
No, the NDAs are legal, but yeah.
Okay, maybe that's something else. I
If you ever want me to sign one, it's
No,
I have a few papers here for you.
But I do. No, it's interesting because when we look even for whatever. Anyways, it's interesting that they have the NDAs because people seem to just always talk about it. But it is crazy because you could go on like if we like later on and be like, actually, I saw this, and this in her house or whatever. All the boxes, they were hoarders. I always think of that Rolling Stone article, which I for all our Amazon boxes, and we do have a lot of boxes. There's always boxes, and we always take them out, but there's just so many boxes.
The ant waffles.
The ant waffles. I think we have the ants under control. Hopefully,
I think so. Yeah.
They were wild. They were running rampant.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean everything that Rosanna. It's like you're the ADD one today.
I know.
I'm unmedicated,
Well, we know
so
why.
keeping it together.
We know why.
What, the crumble? It's my addiction.
It's like a
sugar.
child on sugar.
The sugar rush.
I
It's like, wait.
It was crazy. It literally hit my head so hard. I was like, woo! I feel like it's kind of like Malibu when she has sugar too. She gets like this like really sugar high, and I feel like that's the same way.
God.
It was wild. It really does something to your brain. Like food gives me endorphins. Like after we have your spaghetti on Thursday nights, I'm literally so happy. I'm just like, oh my god, life is so good. I sleep so well. I turn off my phone. I watch. I'm like, life is good. I imagine it's how like stoners feel or something. You just feel so high and content, and that's how I feel with food, and that's why it's a true addiction. Sorry, Rosanna Pansino.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everything. I don't know. I think it's good that she's like on him so much though, because it's a lot of stuff that like contextual. Like if it was one thing taken out of context, you know what I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But her putting it all like in a 30-minute video, and it was like making everyone look at Jimmy with different eyes. Even like the charity stuff, like. Obviously, charity is like a big tax break, so there's that element to it too. Like how much of it really is out of like the goodness of his heart, it's hard to say, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. And him teaming up with Logan Paul, and they would allegedly kind of like game like the stock market and stuff, or they would, with crypto especially, like they would get calls and they talked about like being on this Zoom call with like 8 billionaires, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go all in on this right now, and then so all of a sudden everyone's going in on it, all these billionaires, and then you have Jimmy and Logan Paul being like, hey, I'm buying this crypto or whatever.
Oh my god,
or this
wait.
NFT.
Doesn't that sound like insider trading? We just watched it on Jane the Virgin.
Exactly, but
That's
it's crypto.
Yeah, so if they were doing the same thing with the stock market, they would be in jail.
Yes.
But the crypto doesn't...
It's just not regulated
so
in
new.
the same way.
Yeah, so
That's the thing that bothered me the most, because really
Yes.
kids that watch it, if you give them a hint like tomorrow, Pepe is going to be #1 crypto, they go and buy it, but they don't know.
Is that a real crypto?
There's
Who's buying
everyone,
Pepe?
yeah. So
Put a
anyway, so
disclaimer, we do not endorse Pepe. We don't know Pepe.
we
That's just
know
an
it's-
example.
It's a frog, like it's a real crypto. Anyway, but
Pepe
it's
the
a perfect
frog.
example. But but what people don't know, they already bought that one when it was cheap, and they're gonna sell it the next day when it's high. So basically, they're just drain money
Ooh,
from all those
yeah,
kids.
that is criminal-esque activity.
It
That's very
feels
much.
criminal,
yeah,
yeah.
that seems
And
so
by the way,
shady.
the title of her video, she's kind of bold. She's very like brave. The title of her video is "MrBeast is all caps a criminal." Like that's it. That's the
Damn.
title.
T.
Not allegedly.
T,
Not in
T,
my
T,
video.
yeah. I love people who say it it with like conviction. Sloan was like that too. He's like, nope, it's fat. I was like, all right, well, I mean, if it is, it is. I say everything's legend, but I mean, maybe he is. I mean, she could be bright. Like, she is someone that's like, one, she's very smart. She has the resources. She has a lot to like. She could lose. So I think she is like. She has a lot of lawyers. I know she's always talking to lawyers. So I feel like she knows. She must know. Like, I
feel like she's not one to just
say stuff.
Yeah, to
me,
throw it
I
out.
would. I call everyone a criminal. But
I devil amongst us.
The devil, I know, which is not Joe Jonas. He reposted my TikTok. We love Joe Jonas. Joe is my bro. I love Joe Jonas. He's my favorite Jonas, actually. We just don't know. We don't need to speculate. Barry Keoghan. We don't need to speculate. Because speculation only makes an ass of you and me. Isn't that the saying? That's what it is.
Close enough. Yeah.
There is something like that, God. But you know.
Assumption.
Oh my God, yes. Close. Why did I say? Oh, because of how you spell it. I remember my teacher would say that, and I was like, okay. I guess you know how to say it then. I guess not as. It's like the I before E. It's not always the case. Like receive is E before I.
I before E, except after C.
Oh, after the C. Oh, really? What about Bieber?
Justin Bieber. Oh, I guess you're right. I before E, except after. Oh, yeah, you're right.
T.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't know anything.
Yeah. Right?
I had the idea behind it, but it doesn't make sense and everything. I was a good speller. Were you a good speller?
I think I was like mid speller. I don't know. I don't think I was great. The one word I can still to this day never spell is restaurant.
Why?
I don't know.
Spell it.
RESTAURANT.
Yeah, you spelled it.
Did I?
Yeah. Restaurant. That was really good. You seem like an English major to me. Like, you seem like someone who would know how to spell everything.
Right, if you study communication.
Yeah.
Oh, T, I did spell it right.
Yeah, you seem like you would, and you type really well. Like, you just seem like someone who would know how to spell very good. I was a great speller. I remember they used to have those crazy words like onomatopoeia or something. I was like, why? Whoever would say that? And mine were always really hard, but I was a good speller. They just gave me the really hard words. I like spelling. You're a good speller.
I guess, because I'm not from here. I kind of have to study.
Oh, right.
Really
You're very
well
good, though. Actually, surprisingly, I do ask you how to spell things sometimes. And English is not your first language, and it's very amazing that you know how to.
Sometimes I have a bigger vocabulary.
You do. No, you always do. There's always words you say, and I'm like, actually, I have no idea what that means. I always am impressed by it. It is very impressive.
Well, there's a little bit more MrBeast news. There's like all the YouTube drama is like all MrBeast stuff, which is kind of crazy. On the note of like him using AI, ironically, like the day after Rosanna's video came out, there was a posting on LinkedIn for an AI concept artist. So I guess to do more AI in his videos. So
wait, the LinkedIn was posted by MrBeast?
Yeah. Like official. Yeah. For like literally the job title was AI concept artist. So he ended up taking down the listing. I think he didn't realize the timing of like Rosanna and Dogpack, saying like he's using AI to make his charity videos look more.
It seems like he wouldn't even care, honestly. He's just like, whatever.
Honestly,
he's like a machine.
The fact that he deleted it, I was like, at least that's something, you know.
But is like AI, maybe he was using it for like AI, is AI bad, I guess? I don't know.
There's like parts of it, it's like another complicated one because AI can be used to help like make things easier for like creative people, and I think that way is good. But if it's like AI that's used to like replace creatives, you know, like
us.
Yes, like
would we be replaced by AI?
I feel like it'd be hard to replace us as AI, but like
it could happen.
There is an app now from Google that you just take. Let's say you're studying law, and you take the chapter, you fit it in, and the app makes a podcast of two people talking to each other about the subject.
That's weird.
That'd be weird, yeah.
And probably boring.
Definitely boring. Yeah, I always think
but
that.
if you're trying to study something, it makes it easier to listen to a conversation about it rather than read it. I would totally do it.
Oversharing podcast descriptions, weren't those AI generated? Remember?
Chat GPT.
Oh, yeah. Chat GPT. I didn't even know what that was. When I was asking editor, I was like, wait, what? Because I remember even the description of our podcast was like two legends of the internet come together. And I was like, who wrote this? Like, it's so weird. And he's like, oh, ChatGPT. I still don't really know what it is, but I remember they wrote all their descriptions. And sometimes it would be like wrong. And I was like, wait, who's writing this? And he's like, oh, ChatGPT. I was like, okay.
But
don't trust
they
it.
would use it for like thumbnails probably, and photography, like if you want to create backgrounds and things. So they would use that AI for that. as
Do you
far as
do
Mr. Beast.
AI for our thumbnails?
No.
Really?
I use an app called Remini that enhances like the quality of the photos, and I guess that technically is AI, but that's the most AI I use. All the words, descriptions, it's all from up
no
here.
AI can never replace
Never do
it.
that,
It's so
yeah.
good. Because I feel like even my photographers, when they come here, if I post it, it'll say like, AI, made by AI or something. So then I
Yeah.
ask them and like, no, it's like, like for instance, like the carpeting, it doesn't go all the way there. So they're like, we'll just AI will like expand the carpeting. And I was like, that's so
I
dumb.
see.
And it's like,
Any
so then
little
it just looks
editing
like,
that.
yeah. Then I looks like I'm an AI or something. And I was like, this is so dumb. I hate it. I hate it so much. And it clocks you now on Instagram. It'll say like AI. And I was like, made with AI. I was like, no.
I think even like Facetune will say like made with AI for some people.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I never used Facetune. ever. Because I just don't know how, but I love our Facetune photos on here. When you were gone for the 2 weeks and we had the no Facetune photos, I was like, wait, I don't look as fierce. I look too real. The ones
Realness,
we use, I always wait for that thumbnail. I'm like, I'm going to look so snatched. I always do.
It is fun. I do your blush in it too. I do your
you?
makeup. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I feel when you do it through like the enhancing apps, it like takes away your makeup, so then I have to put it back on.
Oh, I see. So
yeah.
you put, oh my God, it's like Dress to Impress, but for the
It
face.
really is. I love it. It's like Sims and stuff.
Oh,
It's so fun.
Dress to Impress is, Oh, isn't there a Sims movie coming out?
Yes, with Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap.
Oh my God, how do we get in that?
I'm telling you, that's the role that you were born to play.
Yeah, that'd be everything. Just a sim
You
walking
really
around.
would slay.
We should make those little green diamonds for our head. You said you could do that.
Yeah, just remind me. Which Margot Robbie makes me think about the movie we talked about.
Oh yeah, no one's happy with her in Wuthering Heights.
And
What
no, but I
happened?
just wanted to, because you said nobody's doing that, and I was like, there's like hundreds and hundreds of people
I was
doing
very
that.
excited about this. About
Oh
the
my
Kate
God!
Bush.
Yes, you're right. You
flash
said
mob.
no one was doing the Kate Bush thing.
Well, apparently hundreds of people. I was like, "Are you sad you weren't there?" And he's like, "It wasn't here." I was like, "Okay, where was it? In England, probably."
Everywhere. They do it everywhere.
Not everywhere. Where is that one? That one has to be somewhere.
They'll do it in New York.
That's
in
England for sure.
England, Europe.
British
different
people would be
places.
weird like that. They would do that. Like a song that's like 30 years old. I was like, let's go recreate this right now. Okay.
Isn't that what you do a lot in your like music videos?
I haven't hit the Kate Bush era yet. For Valentine's Day, I'll make it for Moses. I'll go twirl in a red dress because he loves it.
Was it part of our, which one was it? Our Christmas special?
Oh,
last
yeah, we
year?
did. But that wasn't Wuthering
We did.
Heights. What did we do?
There's a different song, but yeah, we did.
You don't know the song that we did?
Which one did we do?
God, it was with the gray outfits and they're like contemporary
If only
dancing.
could. Yeah.
No, that's. Oh, is it that one?
Running up that hill.
I'm running up that road. Oh,
Yeah.
I
We did-
recreated
we
it.
did Running
We
Up
did
That Hill.
recreate it. Yeah, that was great. Remember when we did Christmas specials and they get 20,000 views?
But they were the best. I mean, those Christmas specials
Ahead of our
were so
time.
much fun to make.
Did it for your heart, not the charts.
We really did. And I wrote scripts and we did editing and it was.
Microphones and whole
great.
thing.
I have a Trish Miss live show coming soon, so everyone just get ready for it. I even got special hoodies made for it. And I had a dream last night that it was like tomorrow, and I think you were late today, and I was like, Oscar, I have a show tomorrow, and I have to get all the dancers around. I have this, I don't have time, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be there. And it was like midnight, and I was like, I have a show tomorrow. Like, how am I gonna get this all around? And you're like, I'm gonna be there, and I was just like, and you never showed up, and I was just like, I waited all day, and I didn't have rehearsal for my Christmas show. It was literally last night I had this thing, and I was just like, oh man, and then the Christmas show was happening, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't have dancers, I didn't know my cues, I didn't know anything, and I was like, no, I messed it all up, and then I woke up. So it made me think I should probably prepare. I think I'm gonna have dancers. I decided. I think I'm gonna have 4 dancers. Anyways.
And Chappell Roan may have pulled out of all the other festivals, but you never know.
She's definitely not. There's not even
You never know.
an
You can always,
impersonator.
Chappell, you can always hire Trisha to cosplay you in your own show.
Oh, I'll definitely do a cosplay, but I don't know if like she's gonna be there. Yeah, don't
never
expect
know.
special guests at my show. I don't know anybody at this point, so
You just never know.
You
Maybe
never
Joe
know.
Jonas.
No. Definitely Joe Jonas. Me and him have a duet for sure
You
coming.
could, yeah, you can do the Camp Rock song. You can play Demi Lovato's like.
You.
And me?
We're face to face.
We don't see eye to
eye. You're like fire and rain. And it drive me insane.
It drive me insane.
And I can't dance the bed for one more day. Is that right? You
I
know
think
that
so.
you love Jonas Brothers.
Oh no!
You didn't love Camp Rock?
I love
I
like
did.
Camp Rock for Demi Lovato. I was never a Joe Bros. I just never liked boy musicians except for One Direction.
They're literally Jonas Brothers, except for 5 of them. I like it though. I like like it.
There was one more MrBeast.
No! How much was... Oh, there should be 5 MrBeast in the thumbnail because that's all we're talking about.
A MrBeast producer reportedly threatened to fire someone on Beast Games for not wanting to clean poop, that was kind of wild.
What kind of poop? Baby poop?
Porta potty overflowed, and one of the local Las Vegas staff members that he hired, a contestant had allegedly walked up and complained about having poop all over their sleeping bag because the porta potty overflowed, and then one of the producers reportedly yelled at one of the local staff, literally they were just living in Las Vegas, hired for this project in particular to go clean up the poop.
Oh my god!
And it's it's if that is true, that breaks OSHA. It's a workforce thing because they aren't trained to clean up feces, or they didn't have the proper equipment to clean it up. So that's
wild to just ask a PA go clean up the poop.
Isn't that crazy?
That's actually insane because that could kill you diseases all this stuff that with the poop. Yeah, you have to have the proper thing. We see it at Disneyland. We watch the Disneyland parades, and then people come clean up the poop. They have hazmat outfits on, and they're waving and stuff, but they're fully covered because they have to clean up the horse poop and stuff, which is that job. Honestly, I hope they get paid really well because that is a thankless job, and it's I don't think it's anyone's dream to do it.
It's the parade, so they walk out after the horses, and they also wave to everybody.
Yeah, with their little, they're cute. They're living their life.
Pick it up and they continue.
And it's big. God, that one person filmed it, and I was like, why did they film it? It was a huge poop from the horse at the Halloween thing, and it's and the people come out and wave, and it's just I just hope they get paid more than everyone else because you're cleaning up poop, which is it's a very hard job because you have to, you could get inhaling stuff, you could inhale the wrong thing, and it's really scary, and that's really scary, especially that's why. So did the person do it?
Yeah, they ended up getting gloves to do it, but then the producer that yelled at them did end up getting reprimanded, reportedly. So at least there's that.
And what does that mean, clean up? It's overspilled? So are they is it liquidy? Is it solid?
Yeah, it overflowed. So they had and it was getting into the contestants' stuff. It got all over their sleeping bags.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
allegedly.
How is this even happening?
I know, this sounds a crazy production.
But usually you would close, you would shut down that area. I know if
sure,
anywhere,
it's a toxic environment. So it's just I just don't understand because there's so many reality shows out there. Someone should know something.
I know. I think the scale of this one was just like we said before. It's just too big. If it's 2,000 contestants, it's the biggest. The problem with Jimmy is always going too big. It's ambition kills sometimes.
Yes.
And he's a little too ambitious, I think.
The t-shirt, ambition kills.
Ambition kills.
Not cigarettes, ambition.
It does, because he always has to one-up himself. He always has to...
Sure, yeah.
Even when I did the interview, it was what kind of ideas would you think? It was all so extreme. It's all the most extreme thing in the world. It has, you can't just have 100 contestants. You have to have 2,000, It's
I wish you would have gotten the job. That would have been crazy.
Honestly, could you imagine if I was on set of Beast Games?
That would have been wild. I'd have been so excited. Oh my god, that would have been so good. I could see you on it. What would you have done? What do you think you would have? What did you apply for? What was the position?
I honestly forget. I think it was a producer position, but I forget what it was because I didn't apply. A recruiter from LinkedIn reached out to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have glowing reviews on LinkedIn, or what? How did they find you?
I guess.
Really?
I honestly have no idea how that happened. Yeah. Oh no, the recruiter used to work at NBC when I worked there, and then I think he came across my profile. I think that's how it worked.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the interview was obviously a mess.
And you don't know if they got you a call back, or you didn't get a call back?
No. So what's funny is I did an interview and it went really, really bad. Worst interview ever.
Not meant to be.
It was just not meant to be. I knew as soon as the interview was over, I was this was a mess. And then they're good news, you moved on to the next round. And then they're actually, it wasn't, that email wasn't meant for you. And I was okay.
That's so sad when that happens.
But honestly, I was not upset because I didn't want, the interview was so bad that and I would have had to move to North Carolina. So it was all just
would you have done it?
Wait, aren't they now all destroyed? Isn't that where the hurricane?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
North Carolina, I thought it was Florida.
I think
I've been seeing,
Really?
because when I send them all good luck,
yeah,
hopefully
I think
Stay safe.
Asheville, I think.
yeah, completely disconnected from the world,
No.
it's bad, and
Asheville.
hopefully the government is helping them getting in there.
Yeah, hopefully. Are they saying anything? Any of these politicians? Are they helping out down there?
know.
Or whatever? I haven't heard anything about
They
it.
say they are. But I'm just saying, hopefully all the people get the help they need.
Stay
It's
safe
really
down
bad.
there.
Or Jimmy should go do it himself, since that's what he's all about anyway.
For real.
Yeah, go help your community.
Yes, it's giving Joel Osteen when he wanted to help out Houston. You remember during that time when he's like, nobody come in my compound.
Yes.
Jimmy, do something. If you have all this thing, like this is the time you should step up and be philanthropic.
What was the word? Say it again.
Philanthropic.
What is it? What's the word?
Philanthropic?
Philanthropic. It was close. I don't know
You were
what I
really
said.
close.
Rewind it. I'm sure it was close, but yeah, this is the time. This is the time. Even if it's performative, go be performative and give people some place to stay and some
Give them
shelter.
Lunchlies. Give them food.
Yeah, actually,
Chocolate.
though,
Give them
yeah.
food and chocolate.
Where's all those Lunchlies? They cost you a penny to make. You should just to get those out. Those were so gross.
Well, that is a good segue into Logan Paul, who
just had a baby.
Named
Named Esme.
Yeah. Oh, very close to
Wait.
Renesmee. I didn't even
Yeah.
process that.
What's the name?
Esme.
No.
Esme Agdel Paul.
Uh-huh.
You just took the re out of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I wonder
honestly.
if it is based on that. Because it has the tilde on it, too. So it's like Esme
Yeah, it
and
has
then
a
a
little.
tilde.
Yeah.
I loved it. That was always
What's
one of
the
our names.
meaning
That was
of
always one of
Esme?
mine. Esme? I don't know. I liked Run Esme. Isn't Esme the name of like the mom or something in Twilight?
Oh,
Isn't that
you're
how they
so right.
combined
Yeah,
it?
Bella combined her mom's name with Edward's mom's name.
Yeah, so maybe it's Edward's mom. That could be it. Why else? How else would you come up with that name? Unless it's in their family somewhere, maybe. I don't think it's on the Paul side. It sounds like more be on the Agdal side. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I like it. It's pretty. Congrats. What? Is there news?
There is a little bit of like, huh? Because
No.
guess what he promoted?
No.
Yes.
I saw
Yes.
the post. I didn't see promotion.
No, on Snapchat.
Oh no.
Yes, it's like he put the Lunchleys all around in the hospital room,
No. Where's
and it's
their
like we
photo?
also gave birth. Yes, hold on.
We also gave birth to what?
the
To a
Lunchleys.
prime bottle.
In the hospital?
Yes.
That's wild. It's like one thing to make content right about your baby, but like to put like a
But
product
does
placement.
like hospitals usually they hardly let us even film. Like they don't even let you.
Yeah, they
film,
never let us film the
Let
birth.
alone do a promotional.
I guess when they
commercial.
leave the room, we gotta put up some Lunchleys or something. That's when we filmed. Yeah, our
But-
hospital wouldn't let us film, but
But this is like full on commercial. It's like,
well, they're probably in like Cedar Sinai or one of those like Hollywood ones, that don't care. I love
He
the new
said,
phone, by the way.
I turned the hospital into a. Let me turn my brightness up.
You have one of those secretive phones where you can't see. Oh
And
my!
then
Wait, what? What?
Uh-huh.
Why? Why
And
did you do
Lunchly.
that?
that's him putting the Lunchleys right next to
Ah!
Nina. The Lunchleys and the Prime bottles.
I don't think I've ever got a bigger ick.
I know.
Oh,
It's like it's nothing
no.
sacred. Also, I mean, his gender reveal was done with Prime, but like he had Prime bottles at his gender reveal. And like, the pink Prime bottle 1 or whatever. So I guess this is on brand for him. But like, it's
No.
nothing sacred. It's nothing sacred.
No.
How much money is enough money? Like Logan Paul, you are rich. Like you made money.
Yes.
You did the boxing or the wrestling, whatever sport you do.
All of it.
You have the companies that you have. Like you're investing in weird crypto stuff and these little schemes with all these other billionaires.
You live in Puerto Rico. So
Like,
you don't have to
is-
pay taxes or
Yes,
whatever.
is that not
Allegedly.
Is that not enough? Can you just let your baby be born without a product placement?
No, but that is wild. Like, again, obviously we like filmed content, TikToks, whatever, but it's like, it is one step because like I was doing Fashion Nova at the time, right, when I was giving birth, and I didn't post for like a month because obviously I was giving birth and stuff, but there could have been like a time where I could have worn like a sweatsuit and taken a picture and be like, sweatsuit by Fashion Nova or something like that, but you just like, it's just like not the time to do it because even like gender reveal, anything, it's like, I don't know, like it doesn't seem, I guess I shouldn't judge anybody with this, but
I
it
am.
is.
No, but-
Tacky.
but we're sharing like exciting moments and moments that move us, and it's like you work so hard so you can have those private
Right,
moments for
right.
yourself.
Yes.
Like with, like the baby is gonna look back and be like, oh, that was my birth was the commercial. And
Yeah.
where's Nina in all this? Is that
She
what
was on the
she
bed.
wants?
She was literally on the bed.
Literally
but,
on the bed.
but I'm saying as far as decision making, is that what
Probably.
she wants? She
Maybe.
definitely doesn't want to eat
Well,
that
we
after
don't
she gave
know.
birth.
We don't. Maybe she does. Maybe she loves Lunchly. I don't know. We don't know. You would be supportive if I was like, "Hey, put a Bling cup behind me at the hospital." This looks like a hospital cup, actually. This would fit, actually. Next baby we have, we'll put it in the background.
And you'd have be wrapped up in the swaddled in the Just Trish blanket.
Yeah, teeth done. Next baby. There it is. Yeah, it's kind of ick. That gave me an ick just looking at it. I guess again, it's maybe this is like whatever, sexist or whatever, but it's just like seeing like a guy do it too. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like if I just gave birth, right? You just went through this traumatic experience, and like Moses is setting up like product. Even if it was for me and he's setting up product shot, it would give me the ick. I'd be like, can you just...
Let alone his product, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
then it's even worse. Yeah. You're just like, I guess it's like it's their joint, but no, that's sick.
Like it's your moment, celebrating you, celebrating the baby and all that.
And then you make it about Prime.
So it's a girl?
Yes, a little girl.
Anyway, Logan, prepare. You're going to have the best time in the world.
Yeah, it's cool when like guys like that get like girls, because I do think it softens them up maybe a little bit, hopefully.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I was excited for him when they like revealed that they were expecting a baby girl, and then seeing this, and I was like, damn, I don't know. Like, I feel like they were on, like Logan specifically, I guess, was kind of like on a redemption track, I think. But lately, or maybe I just wasn't privy to all his shenanigans, because I just wasn't hearing a lot about him. I was hearing like good things here and there, you know?
Right, yeah.
But damn, you're actually really annoying me a little bit. Actually, a lot, Logan.
Yeah, that was not giving. That was wild. That gave me the biggest ick. Ew. Especially like your first baby and you're just like so excited, and just like all of a sudden then this turns into like a Lunchly promo, which has controversy around it. I'm just like, don't put that around my baby.
Yeah, because now if it gets headline, like now if people are picking up, because it was on Snapchat, I guess, to his benefit, so it's like a little bit more low key, right? Like Instagram gets the most of the pickup, you know?
Yeah.
But now, here we are picking it up. You know what I mean?
It's so annoying, though. That's so annoying, because I don't care. No amount of money. Like I said, no amount of money, especially you have enough money.
You have so much money.
I don't think you need to monetize your birth of your daughter.
No, in the hospital room. I guess, like, one thing, if it was the nursery, I would be like, it would be a little less, like, invasive, but literally, like, in the hospital room?
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you're still coming off of, I don't know if she got the epidural, but you're still coming off of, like, some sort of, like, high, you're just, like, it's just a fog. It's just a fog. And then, like, all of a sudden you're setting up Lunchly, like, what? She doesn't even know. I was like, what? Ick. I was, like, so happy when I saw the post. I was like, oh, this is a cute little joint post. Like, it's just wholesome, whatever. And I was like, it made me so happy I didn't see it, the Snapchat. Snapchat is the devil amongst us, I'm telling you.
The devil amongst us. Nothing good ever comes out of Snapchat.
Ever. Nothing. Oh, my God. What did we just talk about at the beginning of this episode? You were talking about Snapchat. Oh, the Roblox guys. Yes. They were going to Snapchat. Yeah. David's on Snapchat. Everyone's on the Snapchat.
Yes. And I was like, what is David up to? And I was like looking through like his little forum, and all it is like he just posts like hot girls, and then everyone goes to ask, like, takes a screenshot of his snap. It's like, who is this? Because they want to like follow the hot girl.
On
his Snap. Yeah. And I was like, damn, Snap is really the devil amongst us. Snap Inc.
Yeah, don't like you. They were taking all my content. I think it's stopped, but yeah. By the way, our rumor of the David and you making out or whatever, I guess it did make it to like viral on TikTok, and the person took it down this morning.
No, keep it up. But keep it up. Did David say?
Shout out Louis, did my makeup this morning. He was like telling me, he's like, oh my gosh, like, did you see the tea on your co-host? And he's being like so serious. I was like, oh my God, what? He's like, it's a troll account. I was like, wait, what are they saying? Like, I got so worried. I was like, what are they saying? And then he's like, oh, I think she deleted it. And I was like, wait, what? Because he was going to send it to me. And then I was like, what was it? He goes, no, she just put up an apology saying it was like a joke or something.
No!
Did you see it? I didn't even see it, but I guess it had like 80,000 likes or something.
No way.
And the comments were like, I can't believe Oscar did this. It was very Chris Olsen vibes.
It really is. I mean, that's what we were doing.
Yeah, it was very that. And they told that too.
That was your moment to create a private account on TikTok.
You're
for
right.
Oh, not Oscar Gracie. That actually would be tea. It was so good though, because I got nervous. I got scared, and all the comments were that. I was like, oh my, because I hadn't seen it. It hadn't come across my TikTok page, so I hadn't seen any rumors. I was like, oh, no one cared.
So funny.
Yeah, I know. I was like, but also like, it wouldn't. I guess I was like the wrong rumor, because I wouldn't have cared. Like if you were making out David Dobrik, I'm like, it's not like it's gonna offend me. You know what I mean? It's not like you're making out with like, I don't know, someone I know.
I feel like that's the worst out of all the enemies, right? I mean, you won't even go to Dobrik's.
Yeah, well, I do want to go. I am debating on that. That sounds really yummy.
I mean, if it was closer and easier, we would be there tomorrow. But
I know it is far. Food runners, email me. There's so many good food runners.
Pizza, like you need to have a friend.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't travel.
We'll have to do a road trip over there.
Yeah.
We can fit 7 people in our Lincoln. The baby's in the middle seat. We can sit in the back. Moses can drive. That would be good. We'll head on over there. You really got to think about it these days, how far you're going to travel, because it's a whole load. Yeah. It's crazy to just like get up and go and be like,
there was one more other controversy with Logan's baby announcement, though.
No.
Yeah. Another boxer, Ryan Garcia, commented on his Instagram, congratulating him, saying old Logan would have had an Instagram ready to tag the baby. Welcome to fatherhood, bro.
Old Logan would have what?
Would have had an Instagram ready to tag the baby. Basically, like saying like he would have already made that account or whatever for Esme. Welcome to fatherhood is what Ryan Garcia commented, and then Logan Paul responded, "Prime is still suing you for lying, but thanks."
Wait, I don't know the lore.
The lore basically, Prime is suing Ryan Garcia for, I forget which one. Oh, defamation, because he posted some tweets slamming Prime a couple months ago.
What does that mean? Like it just didn't taste good? They're like, this is gross?
I think he's just saying like a slanderous claims or whatever about Prime. So he's getting sued, and then he had to issue an apology. Ryan had to issue an apology to
just because he didn't like it?
I had to forget what he actually said.
Because we didn't like it.
He deleted
It's more than that. It has to be like
I haven't heard this.
Probably about what was in it. Remember there was all this stuff about like what was in it and the sodium and all the chemicals and stuff. So I assume it's probably something like that. But then people are like, he's just trying to be nice and congratulate you on being a dad, and you have to make it again about Prime. Like, why does everything have to come to Prime and Lunchly?
He's really trying to market that.
That's his real baby.
I'm surprised that he didn't throw in like Esme Prime,
an Esme Prime drink. Didn't they do that for one of the Kardashians?
Babies. I thought he's gonna have a baby bottle that's Prime or.
That'd be cute though. I know. I'm like, that'd been kind of tea actually. That's kind of cute. A little Prime onesie. You know, it is a wild time to do all that. Like you're doing the most right now. It is good he didn't have an app. That is, maybe judgy. I wasn't gonna judge, but kind of judgy when you have like a little Instagram for your baby. It is weird. It is weird. Because they're like, well, we want to get the handle before. It's like, but in 16 years, they're not going to, like, have Instagram. You know, it's not going to be, like, a thing, I don't think. At least not what it is now. So, I don't know. People are so weird with it. I don't think your babies need an Instagram. Just going to say it. They don't. Period. But good for Logan not having that. But, yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know. Also, that guy's kind of weird, though, too. I guess if you're, like, in a lawsuit, like, do you really need to be, like, commenting? I don't want my people that don't like me commenting, congrats. Like, go away. I guess it's better than being mean. So maybe, you know what? I guess, yeah. Actually, yeah. One time I had someone who didn't like me for a really long time. They commented on one of my videos, like my birth videos, like, congrats. I was like, oh, I guess that's nice. I guess it's better than not liking me. Yeah. Take it back. I don't know who Ryan Garcia is, but anyway, maybe he was trying to get out of the lawsuit by being nice. He's like, we're cool, right?
Congrats on being a dad. I'm a dad, too.
Yeah. Oh, is he a dad?
I think so. Okay. He said, welcome to fatherhood. So I think that's like, yeah.
That's kind of annoying when people say that, though. I remember me, when I became a mom, I was like, welcome to the club. I'm like, okay. Everyone, like, a lot of people are moms. And you don't get to, like, call it a club. It's just like, I don't know. People have such, like, possessiveness of that. It's like, I don't know, being moms. When people make it their whole personality and they're just like, welcome to the club. It's like, I think God or whoever welcomed me to the club. Like, anyone can have a baby. You know, it's like you didn't get to. God, yeah. They act like they welcomed me into something that I was, like, not a part of before. And I was like, you had no part of this. I guess it's nice, but it is annoying when people say that. But I guess that was nice. Welcome to fatherhood. It's cute.
Maybe for men it's different because we don't have that. It's not that obvious for us. You know what I mean?
I guess maybe.
We can't just, but anyway, I do give him grace. I gave Logan grace. I'm like, okay. You had 2 phases of your life. There was until the baby came.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you made all the Prime and Lunchly and everything. You made that before the baby got here. Now the baby is here.
Yeah.
It might hopefully.
No, but the baby was here and he already did that.
No, but I'm saying like there's a moment where you spend time with your baby that really shifts the way you think and see the world.
I think it starts at birth.
And I hope.
Well, for me anyways. It really starts at birth where you're like, let me do stuff to not embarrass my child. That's what I thought of. Like as soon as my baby was born. Like truly. And I feel like that was my like conscious thing. And I feel like maybe it's different for guys because he didn't birth it. So he's kind of not feeling it yet. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, give him some grace then, I guess.
We'll see. We'll circle back in like a month if he does something. Okay. I feel like if he does something embarrassing, I think it'll be really quick.
Well, I guess
he's really on the Lunchly.
Postpartum is like 12 months. And I guess some guys have postpartum. Matt and Abby had postpartum. Matt did, I guess. So, I mean, I guess it's possible. So we'll give him a year. I don't know. You know, I'm not saying anything. Whatever. You're right. All right. We'll give you some grace. Maybe he's in that newborn fog where he's not really comprehending him being a father yet. I get it. I like it. Yeah, that's a good one. Good job. And Jake Paul's belly was fake.
Yes, I did.
It was confirmed. Did you know it when you were talking about it or no?
I was 99% sure, but you were kind of telling me that maybe, but then I saw it in motion and I was like, this is definitely fake. I didn't know it was a stunt that he does regularly, though. I don't really keep up with Jake Paul.
Yeah, like he always does this. I was like, all right.
Okay, well, how the hell am I supposed to know? I don't keep up with the Pauls.
And like why does he do that? That's
so weird.
Yeah.
The Paul brothers are odd. I'm sorry. They're just weird.
They are. Well, they're straight and we don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not our thing. it's always
Never
hard.
will be.
That's what we need the girlies to be involved with drama again, because now it's too many straights. We got MrBeast, the Pauls. Like, where are the girls again? Like,
well, I'm kind of glad the girls aren't in it because the girls always get the shit out of the stick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They always
tea.
get so like criticized for like nothing. You know, not
That's
always
true.
nothing, but you know, it's always
Yeah,
like.
look at Chappell. She's just taking a day off, and everyone is like, "Oh my god, look what she's doing."
That's so tea, actually. God, people. I went on TikTok even to defend it. I'm like, can everyone just like chill? Like, y'all did this to like Britney Spears, Amy Winehouse. I was like, you know, just let people have a break. Like, there must be a good reason, and maybe she doesn't want to like scare anyone. You know, there's obviously a good reason she's taking time off. She wouldn't do that on purpose. Be like, F you guys, bye.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I get people's disappointment if you spend money like to buy tickets to Chappell show, then she cancels. But I think she's clearly saying, she's been very open and honest that she's suffered from bipolar and depression. And even like before she like popped off, like she has TikToks that like kind of like documenting her like struggles with mental health. So it's like, it's very apparent. Mm-hmm. So you have someone who's being just like as transparent as possible. Hey, I'm not well. Like I like mentally and physically cannot perform for you right now because I am really going through it. And then like, I get you paid money and stuff and you wanted to see her, but at the same time, like, is it not better if you, especially if you like her as an artist, isn't it better to have her protect her mental health so she can continue to perform in the future? Like, wouldn't that be the better thing?
Obviously. And like we were talking about too, like Melissa too, is like, you know, sometimes like sometimes you like just have people being like, oh, let's do this and just piling on stuff for you, and you think you can like handle it all until it happens, and then you're just like, oh my god, I can't handle all this right now. You know what I mean? So maybe she obviously had intentions to like do it, and then it could be more serious, it could be less serious than thought, but people, like you said, like I know a lot of people like mental health is like not an excuse, but it's like it kind of is, because some people really just work themselves and drive themselves down, and it's like, I don't know, people went so crazy about it. They're so mad, like, I'm over a Chappell Roan. I was like, okay, you don't need to declare it, just chill. Were you buying tickets anyway to the festival? Half the people probably weren't, because there was a lot of people still there. They were still like all excited. There was like drag queens performing her song, and people were stoked about it. So it's always the people who are like not directly involved to have something to say.
Yeah, and like she wasn't the only person there. It was, she canceled her appearance at All Things Go Music Festival, and she did it really late. She announced her cancellation like the day before, I believe she was scheduled to go. So she wasn't the only person performing. It's not like you weren't going to see anyone. Like Renee Rapp was the headliner, so you still got to see Renee Rapp, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think Muna also performed. They're another like queer band. So there were still like a lot of really good artists there. You know, she wasn't the only one. Yeah. And also, like you said, like her, obviously she gets booked so far in advance. It's not like she's getting like all of a sudden we had a lot of people like cherry picking and misconstruing what she said about like, you know, not fully endorsing Kamala. People were like, oh, so that means you're voting for Trump. She's like, no, I'm not, you know? So everything that she was saying was getting cherry picked, and that's like so overwhelming, especially when she has like made her platform about like queer rights, you know, and that's like her whole branding, and she's tries really hard to like, you know, be there for the gays. I mean, her VMA speech was like to all, you know, the queer kids in the Midwest, like, I am you.
Yeah.
And then to have that like weaponized against you.
I know.
It sucks.
It's crazy. It's crazy how like, but it is kind of always the case, right? Like, of when people get brought up so high and then people just like want to tear them down, and she just keeps getting attacked.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, she's kind of saying the same thing, you know, just like my mental health's not great, and then this, and like even this, just having an opinion, people are mad about. Like, people are just so mad. It's like crazy. And even though she was in like the majority of what people think, the way she was explaining it, like it made sense to me. I was just like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. She's like not excited about but I don't know, you know, like.
Yeah, I guess it's all like so black and white, because she didn't say like I'm fully on board with like Kamala, then that means she must be like a Trump. That's not what she's saying. She's saying like, I am voting for Kamala, but I don't agree with everything that the Democratic Party is doing, which is fair.
Yeah.
I guess maybe she could have emphasized, but the like for queer rights, like the Trump ticket is worse. I guess she could have said that. Like,
but she definitely said F Trump, and I'm not voting for him.
Everything else kind of, I was like, it all kind of makes sense. But and also, this is my like the biggest annoyance with like the anti-Chappell movement is that like it's like she's just not ready for fame. She's not ready for fame. It's like, and it's you with like your 200 followers who literally will have to like block people for getting one Stan Twitter fight. She's not ready for fame. Girl, you're not ready for fame. No. And she's not doing anything different. She's literally doing the same thing. She has released one new song, but other than that, she has been performing at the same place. She's doing the same sets she's always done. She's literally not doing anything different. Like all of a sudden she just became more famous because people like her more.
People are so annoying that way. I know.
She's not ready for fame. And she's not cut out for it. You're not cut out for it. How about that?
People just want to to complain about everything. Not Chappell. It's just like obviously, God, people are so annoying. It's like the SNL thing too, where people just want to complain. Like people just complain about everything. People probably complain about the Wicked movie. People are just complaining. Like they just love to complain.
No, they are. People say the Wicked movie isn't colored right. Like it's not colorful enough.
What does that mean? And the other one I heard is like it looks too colorful. It's too like Harry Potter. It's like Jesus. Like just calm down. No one's even seen it. Everyone needs to relax. Or they're like the runtime. Oh, it's split in two. It's oh my God. Do we have to complain about everything? Like honestly, everyone is annoying. Whatever. What is it called? The redemption. When does he do it when he comes and everyone's souls go to heaven at once? What is that called?
I know what you're saying.
The redemption day.
Salvation? No.
It's something with an R.
It is an R.
You remember when?
Yeah.
Well, for
Judgment.
him, it's
It's
the
like Judgment
resurrection,
Day.
but then
It's not
I know what
resurrection.
you mean. I know what you mean.
Oh my God, what is that called?
Rapture.
Rapture.
Oh my God, the rapture.
How did you find it? What did you type?
I googled. What is it called when Jesus come back and all the souls go?
The rapture. The rapture.
Yes.
Does that
Oh
sound
my
so
God,
scary? I
yes.
was so scared of the rapture. Like I'm like, wow.
The Bible really does make it seem scary, right?
It's
Because you think
scary.
Jesus comes back, yeah.
You're
But then
right.
it's like Jesus comes back, it's over, girl.
Yeah, everyone,
It's
the
a
world
wrap.
is, yeah, it's a wrap. That's how you should remember it. That's a good one. It's a wrap. Rapture, yeah. Why were we even talking about that? I forgot now.
I knew it. That's why I was giggling to myself because I'm like, by the time we get the word, we're gonna forget.
I know.
Everyone was annoying. Chappell Roan. That's what you were. Everyone's.
All right, I'm ready for the rapture.
Oh, there you go.
So that way, and all the complainers. What happens when you're not Christian? What happens to those people?
Oh, no.
They just stay on the earth that no longer exists. Okay. Well, I hope we all stay here while we go up and whatever. That's the real rapture. It should be all the complainers just stay here with the cockroaches, and all the people can ascend into a higher thing.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. The rapture.
Jesus is going to go through all your tweets.
That's right. Jesus isn't like a complainer. That's for sure.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
Wow. That's a lot for that. The rapture. It sounds so scary, the rapture. It wasn't supposed to happen like 2020. There was like another day that, the Bible says this day. And it just always would scare me. I was like, what does that mean? What's happened? Like, it's so weird. Do you think it's real? Does the world ever end? Is there judgment day? Is there a rapture? Is the end of the world coming?
Oh my God.
I guess we won't be alive. Won't matter. Maybe we will be. That'd be crazy if that happened right now while we're all just sitting here.
And we would upload the video.
Well,
so
the
wait,
complainers.
Jesus, please wait until tomorrow, 10 a.m.
At least let us get
When we
this
post.
episode out.
And you know what? None of this would matter. Who cares if Wicked is not colorful enough? We're all raptured into heaven, so people just complain. When you think about it, when you really think about it, like why does that matter? Chappell Roan canceling, you know what I mean? Like why does it matter? Like, it's whatever. We always say things are meant to be, right? Like maybe like whatever. Like there's a reason you didn't get to see Chappell. Like I don't know, whatever. There's always reasons for things happening.
Like
it's not that serious.
I know, and I get. Like, I am sympathetic to people who paid money or, like, they made travel plans and stuff and they can't get refunds or whatever. That part does suck, yes. But, again, like, and you can be upset about that, but that doesn't, like, equate having to, like, blast Chappell and say that she's, like, a terrible person not cut out for fame or whatever.
Be upset and then move on. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But, like, I'm saying everything happens. What if they were, like, from Asheville, North Carolina, and they had to travel and they were already there? It saved them from being washed away in the
That's a good
hurricane,
way to
you
look
know?
at it. Yeah,
I was thinking about stuff like
suppose.
that. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's God's. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. On happier news, I watched It Ends With Us.
Is it happy? Is that happier news?
It's happier news because let me tell you why. I had 30 minutes when Moses went to go get the bagels yesterday. Usually I have a little longer, but it was cut short yesterday, so I had about 20 minutes to watch It Ends With Us. And the first 20 minutes.
The movie is long.
Right, so I watched the first 20 minutes. It's a happy movie. It's a feel-good movie if you watch the first 20 minutes. I was kind of like, wow, it's kind of romantic. Because she's like, I'm not having casual sex. He's like, let me put this pajama on you and sleep next to me. And I was like, oh, he wants to cuddle with her. And he's like this playboy neurosurgeon. But he's like, with you, I'm going to just cuddle. And I was like, that's cute.
So if you end it right there.
I loved it. I was like, oh, and then her sister is the flower shop. He's like, okay, Lily Bloom, let's go bowling. And then they go bowling. And it's just like a cute little rom-com. So I get why she promoted it that way. Because maybe she only saw the first 20 minutes. She's like, this is one you should wear florals to. Yes, absolutely.
So it starts with us.
It starts with us. Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. I thought it was a cute movie. I wanted to keep watching it, but everyone came home at once, and I was like, and I was trying to stay up there because Elvis was asleep, and I was so excited. I was like, finally, I have like the time to watch this by myself. That's when I watched Fellow Travelers was when you go get the bagels in the morning, and so then I watched It Ends With Us, and it was good. And Justin Baldoni, he's such a great actor. He's such a great actor. I love him on Jane the Virgin. I love him. But this was a good role because he was like, I want to have sex with you. And she's like, wow, does that work on every girl? He's like, it does. And she's like, not me.
Not like the other girls.
Oh, yeah. Right. It was so good. And he's like, I've never seen you on this roof. He's like, did you break into my building? And she's like, I don't know. It was so bad. It was good. Like, the acting was horrible that it was so good. You know what I mean? It was just so cheesy. She's like, wow. And then when she laughs, her laugh is just so, like, it's just so awful, but it's good. She's like, neurosurgeon. Oh, my God, sorry.
Me and just Trish.
You did do the Blake Lively laugh. Is that where you got it from? Sorry, it's my laugh. I was like, oh my God, girl, get it together. And she did that as a kid, too. The young version of herself did that laugh, too, with Atlas. Yeah. She's like, oh, sorry, my laugh. I was like, it's not quirky. You are quirky and cute. Hers was... It was quirky and cute.
So somebody directed her to do that?
Yeah, Justin Baldoni, apparently. He's the director.
I think Blake Lively directed herself to do that. I can see, don't you think? I can totally...
You definitely could see there was two different visions, even from the beginning. I was like, I feel like they're in different... He was very seductive and sexy, and she was playing more like rom-com. So I feel like they were definitely two different parallels. But maybe that's the whole point, right? I don't know. I didn't get into any dark parts of it. But the girl looked just like his sister. I was like, wow, that does look like him in female form. So they did a good casting. I liked it. Hassan Minaj, I think, was in it.
Oh, yes.
He was great. Why was she, first of all, why was she an assistant at a floral shop but then lived in a penthouse?
I think she didn't need to work, but she just wanted to. That was kind of the vibe.
Tone deaf. Like, I'm just doing this because I'm bored, which is, I think, what she says in the movie. I was like, all right, girl.
And she liked that little shop. Like, she liked that building.
But she hated flowers. She's like, I hate flowers. So you worked at a flower shop? Even Lily Bloom's like, yeah, they're depressing. I was like, all right. See. Anyways, it was good. I liked it. I liked Justin Baldoni. He's so good.
I feel bad I didn't watch it because I didn't want to see it, but now it sounds funny. Like
the first 20 minutes is cute. I don't know when it gets bad. Does it get?
Well, I think like halfway
at the end.
I think like an hour in, maybe.
Oh, okay. The first 25 minutes was sweet. It was sexy. It was cute. It was sweet. She saved Atlas, who was homeless. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert? I don't know.
I don't know
at the
either.
beginning. It was cute. She's bringing him food, and, it was cute. It was a cute movie at the beginning. I liked it a lot. I want Justin Baldoni on the podcast. He has a podcast, so we're podcast swappers.
And if Nick Viall can get Justin Baldoni, then
well, they had a fallout.
I know. So you're writing hard for him.
Nick Viall is wild. He doesn't really, not to be that person, but he just doesn't really get a lot of views. But I just don't understand how it gets all these big people.
I don't know.
And he's not particularly well liked on like social media. You know what I mean? Like every person has like issue with how Nick Viall talks to people, and I'm just like, okay, but how is he so popular and he gets all these big guests?
Well, he's gonna repost your TikTok, and then you're gonna have to take all this back.
Never. Never Nick Viall. Joe Jonas is different. Nick Viall, no. Do you think if Justin Baldoni comes on, I can ask him about Blake Lively or no?
I feel like that's a hard no, but
you think he's like, no, absolutely not?
Yeah, I think that's in the booking email is like you can ask absolutely no questions about Blake Lively, and you are not someone to press. So I think
don't press. I would just give all good glowing reviews always. I loved your pink suit at the premiere. What was your choice behind that? Solidarity with women. He seems very feminist, which I like. He seems like he's for the women.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad. I mean, besides what's come out with like the Blake Lively
and Colleen Hoover and everyone else who unfollowed him. Maybe we should interview those people, all the people that unfollowed him. He just doesn't seem like the type, but I don't know. I like Blake Lively in that movie, too. I think I was a Blake Lively hater, but she's pretty good in that movie, too.
Yeah, Blake Brown, her hair care line, though. My boyfriend is still using it. Doesn't like the fragrance, but he's still using it because he likes how it makes his hair feel. But it made my scalp really dry and flaky, so be careful out there.
Yeah, maybe you only use it if you're oily or something.
I guess. I don't know.
My sister didn't like it either. I put it in a little to-go basket for her, and she left it. I was like, why? Okay, we should just give it away, I guess. I don't know. I never used it. I used the hair texture spray, and it wasn't my thing. But her hair was great in the movie. She had some big hair. She looked great. She's pretty. I don't know why they had to be naked so much, though, both of them. They both stripped down a lot.
I don't even remember that, weirdly.
Really? Yeah. In the first scene when he's like, come to my room, and he like gets naked, and then she gets naked, too.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, like in underwear. I was like, all right, you guys both have hot bodies. We don't need to see them, do we? I guess maybe. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm a prude. I literally was like, this is a lot.
Usually it comes right at the beginning to keep people watching. Like usually.
It seemed unnecessary for this film. What?
But when it was...
This is necessary. Fellow travelers, it was necessary, the nudity for multiple... Even in the non-sex scenes, it was necessary. It wasn't gratuitous just to be gratuitous. It was necessary. God, I do love Fellow Travelers. It's a very good show.
I was like, wait.
Is he naked? No, he's not naked.
No, but it just reminded me.
He's one man who looks just as good in a suit as he does naked. You know what I mean? No. And Jonathan Bailey, I'm done talking about you after today. You know what I mean?
One man.
Yeah, because I feel like there's people who,
God.
okay, their body is tea. I think Joseph Baldoni is a good example, right? He doesn't look great in clothes, but like obviously, but shirtless, he's nice. But in clothes, he has like an odd-shaped body. But not body shaming. You know what I mean? It just looks different. He has a great body, but it looks better when there's like no shirt because then you see it, you know?
Because his build, he has like a really triangle. Yes.
Yeah, which is like totally fine. Again, not body shaming. I'm fat, okay? But when he takes off, you're like, wow, he's really built. And I think he's one that it's almost like, oh, he takes it off, you're like, oh wow, he has a really nice body, obviously like Jurassic Park. But when he puts on a suit, you're like, he's a really nice body shape. Like the shape of his body is very nice. Anyways,
I'm in love with the shape of you.
We should get you.
Yes.
We should get you a mannequin.
Of him?
Yeah.
You're my mannequin. You remind me of Jonathan Bailey. I think you give me his vibes for sure, especially now with the glasses. Have you worn them the whole episode?
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, character.
I
for the
love
whole
glasses.
episode.
That's my new thing now for guys. Glasses. Looks good. You've been on the trend. You've been on the glasses trend for sure.
I can't see. So.
I wonder if like people who wear them, like Elliot Grange, like I wonder if he can't see or he wears them for fashion.
Maybe I feel like you probably can't see and
You
then
think?
sticks with it for fashion probably.
I should wear them. I can't see and I don't wear
Oh,
glasses.
there you go.
But I hate glasses. I hate the way they feel. I like the way they look. I hate the way they feel. Like on my nose and just even this part, it just feels like greasy after a while.
I do feel that. And I always
Yeah.
have to wipe them.
Yeah, mine always had smudges on them, and I just was too lazy to wipe them. So, anyways, go see It Ends With Us. It's streaming now on Fandango at home. I paid like $20 to rent it. That seemed wild.
So that's not streaming. It means it's on digital.
Oh,
yeah.
where can you stream it anywhere? No.
I think it'll be on Netflix eventually because it's a Sony movie, and Sony has to deal with Netflix to put their movies on there eventually.
Can't wait long enough for that. I can't wait. All right. Well, I bought it.
You paid $1 a minute.
Yeah, we have 28 days to watch the rest of it. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
I need to next weekend when you go get the bagels. I'll try the next 20 minutes of it. It's hard to find that time. When you went to go do your gaming yesterday on Sunday, I was like, oh man, it would be nice to just go game. You know what I mean? Not that I couldn't. Moses would be like, go game. But, I guess more for me, it's like finding the time to watch like a sexy TV show. Not that that's sexy, but like a show that I want to watch and the kids can't watch.
Yeah, it is hard to find the time too. And I was streaming for a while. I didn't even realize.
Did you?
Dress
How long?
to Impress, like over 3 hours. But Dress
That's
to Impress
long.
will really get you. It like really sucks you in. So
You love it.
I do
love
like
it too.
Dress to
When we
Impress.
did
It was fun.
It was fun. I actually didn't realize we were doing it for an hour. I'm very excited to do it this week. It's gonna be hard competition, so we can all play in the same room. You, me, and Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm becoming a pro, so we can be all in a room together.
I guess I have to download. I gotta figure out how to maneuver. Is it easy to like figure out how to?
Yeah, you just move the little arrows around and click
How do you click?
with your mouse.
So you did it on your MacBook.
Or my computer. Yeah, either.
I can do it on my old MacBook. I got a new MacBook. I can do it on my old one. I'm excited for it. Let's see what else.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
Nutter butter.
What's the nutter
You
butter?
found it?
I was gonna go eat. I should have got nutter butter this morning. Wait, you found what? The viral TikToks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. You haven't seen nutter butter TikToks?
No.
Oh my god. My favorite TikToks
so
in the world
funny.
right now. The best TikTok now is nutter butter. They are wild. Whoever
They're
they
really
hired.
wild.
Did you see them?
Yeah, probably a week ago, suddenly everyone on my For You page were like, this page, what's going on?
I
This
feel
is
like they're like
insane."
brainwashing or something.
Are
or
they
like
nutting in the nutter butter?
No, no. It's
Well,
like,
them
kind
kind of
of.
suggesting to it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's kind of wild. Not only it's a little sexual, but also just a little bit like you're on psychedelics. Whenever I come off that page, I'm literally just like spinning. But I want a nutter butter. Like yesterday I went to actually that's why I went to the grocery store. Damn it. I got the freaking I got grapefruit and Chobani because I went in there. I'm like, what did I come in here for? Damn. I was supposed to get the nutter butters. It was on my list too. But it makes me want them so bad. I was just like, wow, that's like
What are they?
I was
What is it?
brainwashed. What? Well, you would hate it's peanut butter. It's like a nut. It looks like a nut cookie. It's like a sandwich. It's almost like a macaroon, but a nut. And then it has the crema de cacahuate.
Cacahuate, yeah.
Do you know that word? Or
Now
just did
I
it?
do,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I love it. It's so cool. Crema de cacahuate inside the cookie, and it's really good. It's kind of like just like a peanut butter nutter. It's a nutter butter.
It's so funny.
Nutter.
Because I
literally
couldn't
the name.
tell from the ads.
It's
The ads
like
are
an
so
Oreo
wild. You couldn't.
almost.
I thought it was like waffles or something that you put.
Yeah, they like stretch your mouth. There's like little
That's
things floating everywhere.
crazy.
I do think it kind of subliminal messages or something. You remember back in the day when like the Beatles did the like What was it?
Yeah.
There was something
It
in
would
it.
play music back,
Like worship
sentences
Satan.
backwards. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of the same thing. And it's just like, it really does feel like I need a Nutter Butter right now. And I feel that way when I see commercials. You know, I can wait a couple days or whatever. But I ran. Like, I saw it yesterday, someone talking about the TikTok. So I went to the TikTok. And I literally ran. I was like, I have to go get my lotto tickets. I have to whatever. I was trying to make an excuse to get out of the house.
To get the Nutter Butter?
And then I forgot about him. But I was mesmerized by him. And I mean,
I do like a Nutter Butter.
I so wish I got them.
Yeah, they're basically like Oreos with peanut butter, like peanut butter cookie with peanut butter.
Yeah, my
But
worst
no
nightmare.
chocolate.
No chocolate, just peanut butter.
His worst nightmare. Yeah, he hates peanut butter. He has a
I
phobia.
don't even love peanut butter that much, but I like a Nutter Butter.
Really?
It's not like too peanut buttery.
There's a lot of peanut butter. There's a lot of cream in the middle.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like, I guess because it's like not pure peanut butter or whatever, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like dialed back a little bit.
No, I
don't
feel
know.
you. Yeah, I don't like cheese just like eating cheese on its own, but I like it like mozzarella stick or pizza or something, you know?
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the same thing with peanut butter. I could eat peanut butter straight out of the jar though. It's
Really?
so good.
I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but I don't like peanut butter by
fried?
itself. Especially fried.
jelly smackers
yes.
over there. Was that Smackers? Smackers jelly?
I think so, yeah. Or no, I think it was. Actually, I do think it was because it was the purple.
I saw it,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Because
yes.
you know why? On the Today Show, they're always like, when they wish someone a 100th birthday, it's always like sponsored by Smackers peanut butter or jelly or something.
You are really easy to market to, I think.
I see something, I can't let it go.
She's not she's the most influenced person you've ever
Oh my
seen
God,
in your
I'm
life.
influenced so easily.
There's, like anything that you can shop immediate, like on the site, she'll see and she's like,
I know.
need it, want it, need
I
it.
do. I am
If they
so-
have it, I need to have it. It's like,
No, it's crazy. And I talk about that all the time when we see food on it. And I was like, God, these commercials really work. Like, I need to eat what I see, like, right away. It's actually insane how much they work. And you wouldn't think that, right? You're like, oh, Domino's, Coca-Cola, they don't need to advertise. But every time I see it, I'm like, oh, my God, I, like, want to have that, you know? The latest one I'm trying to find is the Shirley Temple 7-Ups. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Have you seen them out in public?
No, I've only seen
It's
them
not
on
out yet,
TikTok.
then.
Oh, I
Maybe
don't
it's
think
not.
so.
Ugh, my mom and I have been searching all over Target.
But can't you just make it yourself, or you think it's?
Yeah, they make Shirley Temple sodas, but it's 7-Up, it's pink, it's a Shirley Temple. They're rivaling the Sprite cranberries. Those are my favorite. Every Christmas I gain 20 pounds because I drink like 3 of
yes,
those.
I do remember.
I drink Sprite cranberries like it's nothing. And it's so, they're so good. So I'm preparing for that. I love them. But the Shirley Temple 7-Ups might combat that. I always get a Shirley Temple when we like celebrate, when we go to like Masters or something. I always get a Shirley Temple. It's my favorite drink in the whole wide
It
world.
is a cute drink. It feels cute to order it, you know.
Shirley Temple, please. Oh, she gets residuals. Who can account for Shirley Temple? She's still alive, I think. Isn't that crazy?
Is she alive?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I think her name was like not Shirley Temple. It was something else, like something black. Shirley Black, maybe.
Oh, you're right. She's 85 years old.
Yeah, Shirley Temple's around, and hopefully she's getting that residual check.
That's a good. I am interested. Like, does she make money from the drink?
I wonder. Like, you can just use her name.
Wait, Shirley Temple dies at age 85. Wait,
When?
what?
When?
2014.
Today? Oh my God. Wait, what? When did she die? 2014? Damn, that's when Jane the Virgin came out. What? Oh no.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Bro, you're right. I didn't see. It says Shirley Temple / died at 85 years old. And then oh my
Well,
God.
she lived a
Okay.
long life.
She did. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
that doesn't
rest in
confirm.
peace.
Yeah. But what about the drink? They confirmed what? What did they confirm? The kids.
let's see. Does Shirley Temple make money from the drink?
The drink. From the drink of the same name.
I don't think she does.
Well, she was before the child star rights. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe they just can use that name. It sucks. Sucks.
Oh, okay. The origin is reportedly Shirley Temple was whining over her parents sipping old fashions, and she wanted a similar drink. Like, she wanted to feel like fancy and have like a maraschino cherry like in her drink. So they gave her a Shirley Temple.
That's cute. I like that. That's cute. Well, good. I mean, she probably didn't care.
I guess you don't get residuals from the Trish plate at Bangin' Buns, so it's probably
No, but
similar.
I get free food. She should get free Shirley Temples for the rest of her life.
Wow.
I think, well, maybe she did. We don't know. We'll never know now. Buried with it forever. I am going to ask the Bangin' Buns truck to come to my live show.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be so cool? And then
Oh my
afterwards,
God.
everyone can get their Bangin' Buns plate. They should only serve the Trish plate there. That'd be so iconic.
I was just gonna see if Bangin' Buns has the Trish plate on Postmates. Actually, I am
Someone
curious.
told me there was, but then someone's like, no, it's not. And I was like, what do you mean?
I know Jimmy reported that it wasn't on there the other day, but maybe they've went back to add
Jimmy
it.
said it wasn't, but I think Allie Mack. Oh no, Allie Mack. So she's a comedian. She's like on Joe Rogan, and she gave me a shout out. Love her, Allie Mack. She watches the show because she's always like, you said you. She's like, to me, if I was like Jean Smart and Hack, she would be my Ava. You know what I mean? Like I
That's
love her
cute.
so much. She ordered Bangin' Buns, but like the mac and cheese wasn't on the menu, and I literally retweeted it. I know. I was like, Bangin' Buns. That's your best. That's one of your best parts. The mac and cheese. Obviously, the chicken is delicious. The way you're doing it looks so sneaky. Like it looks like you're like sneaking. Something. Are you just not trying to show the camera?
No, I'm just trying to see if it's on here.
Okay,
I
I know. It's so annoying.
Wow. Fries,
Buns.
pickles, slaw. Yeah.
Why?
We need to reach out for a statement.
They advertise it all the time, too. They're always advertising mac and cheese. And I was like,
I wonder why it's not on there.
You just go in
and
person?
the rice isn't on there either still.
that's why I went in person the first time. Because I had to tell him. I was like, can you do this thing? He's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, and then I show him the TikTok. He's like, oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
and you remember we met the guy who makes the mac and cheese. He's like, this is the guy that makes it.
Yeah, he came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the back and he came out.
And he makes a huge batch of it. So I'm so confused.
Yeah. It's still not on there. That's not right. You're going to have to tag him on Instagram again and tell him, put it on. Because I would eat it tonight if it was on there.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll tell them right now. Bangin' Buns. I love it too. I just always feel so bad. Like that one week, we literally got Bangin' Buns free twice in 1 week. And I kind of felt bad. I was like, I hope they don't think I'm taking advantage of this. Because when Spill Sesh and Sloan was here, we had it. And they gave us like 7 bags. And then when my sister was here.
They order it.
They did order that one.
Nice.
But then the one with my sister here, I ordered it and I would get like 12 meals.
Well, did you see? They sent us a gift for Elvis, and did you read the card?
No.
From Bangin' Buns.
What did it say on the card?
They said it was really moving. It was just like, it's amazing that people like you, Trisha, exist that help us do what we love doing.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's so nice. I love that. It kind of feels like when Josh Peck gave me credit for his vlogging career. And not David Dobrik. He's like, Trisha really started me on YouTube. I was like, by doing one video with you? That's nice. That is so nice. It's so nice, but it's like, it honestly is just really good food, and I just like love it. And I would go back over and over.
Right,
and honestly, they don't deliver here, so I have to ask them for the food because they don't deliver.
There's no option for you to purchase.
I postmate it, yeah. And that's why I called. I'm like, Trisha here. And I always say like I will pay, but I stopped saying that because I'm like at this point, I guess like I won't offer that anymore. But I do feel bad. I don't want to be like a person that just asks for free stuff all the time.
Well, I guess you send a lot of referral traffic their way, so
I hope so. Yeah, I hope it's also not annoying. It's like the Jonathan Bailey mentioned. I don't want to be annoying where I'm just like banging buns, and they're like, stop, like, you know.
No, I don't think they ever want you to stop.
Oh, okay, well, that case, banging buns. Did you watch when they were here? Did you see any of their clips of why they called it banging buns?
No.
They're like, oh, because you know when you see a girl and you're like, ooh, I want to bang in those buns, or they have banging buns. Like it's about literally just thinking a girl has a hot.
That is so straight male coded.
I was like, a little cuter, but I was like, all right. Like, you know, you say that girl's banging, and if she's got that bash, you're like, ooh, those banging buns.
They should have made it a little gay for here. Like, you know, they're not
Sure.
related, are they?
I don't know.
Friends. Oh.
Well, I don't know.
I looked at his buns, and I was like,
right,
you're not banging buns. Yeah.
I don't think they get the vibe here. Well, maybe they do now, yeah. It was wild. I was like, okay, D. That's wild that you name your restaurant that way. You're like, saw this girl, she had a nice banging buns.
Kudos, mama, for spilling.
Yeah, because they actually don't have a bun on that plate, do they?
Well, they have sandwiches.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I never had a bun from Bangin' Buns. We love them. I do. They do sound so good. That sounds like Bangin' Buns.
This is kind of old tea, but I am like, again, reinvigorated in the Dramageddon drama because of the Tati interview. Okay, this is my little conspiracy hat. No relation to the conspiracy Shane Dawson of it all. But my
you
conspiracy
are
hat,
vibe sometimes.
I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am. I think it's just because we're cancers.
That could be, because there's times we're doing Patreon, I'm like, wait, you're running me so much of Shane right now. I don't know. The way you react, the way you are, I don't know.
Very animated.
Yeah,
yes.
the good parts of Shane.
Yes. But I realized that when Tati made her comeback, Jeffree also made his comeback like at the same time. Like obviously Tati's been around, but doing like her sit down talking about Dramageddon, and then Jeffree making his big comeback to YouTube 10 months for the first time in 10 months. I was like, the timing of it is a little conspicuous. And then I was thinking, obviously, I feel like our audience is very divided if we would ever have Jeffree on or any of the Dramageddon survivors. I don't know what else do you call them. I want all of them too. As a journalist, like I literally have so many questions, and this is why I was so upset with Michelle Phan. Again, if you want the full experience, you have to go to Patreon. This is as it's been marinating, because I'm so glad you made me watch it. Actually, I said we should watch it, but
I was like advocating.
Yes.
I was like,
I'm glad
I wish you were here
advocated.
when it was happening because I was like, Oscar would get it because we had just gone through the whole Dramageddon.
And I was at first I was like, if I miss anything, it's whatever. It's not my journey. But I'm glad I went back to revisit this because it is like literally been stewing in my brain.
Yeah.
Because I've been so upset with Michelle Phan, and I've been thinking about it, and it's because literally like we have no. Like, there's no closure. I think the 5-year anniversary, rewatching it all, I have more questions than I did back then, right? Because they've all gone on to do different things. But Tati not mentioning the gummies in the Michelle Phan interview, saying that everyone was coming after her. Like, but then she also reunited with James to do, like, the takedown piece in 2020. It all is so weird. And I have so many questions. And even for Jeffree, like, obviously, I know he's controversial and stuff. And he's, obviously, I'm not saying he's tea, but I still have so many questions, right? Like
about Dramageddon or just
about all of it, to be honest. Like, they talked in the Cheesecake Factory? Who was saying these rumors about talking in the Cheesecake Factory?
She didn't. She said, what was the word? She was scared. She was like, what? There was a different word. Remember, and I was like, that's kind of a strong thing to say about him.
Yeah, what was it? It wasn't intimidated even. It was something. Maybe she was scared by Jeffree.
It
but
was
like
something
a stronger
very strong.
word.
I was like so like scared of him, and I was like, okay, that's a weird thing to say about someone who looks like Jeffree, because it does imply that you were just scared based on his like. But then you kind of said like, I guess this like past being aggressive in the past. I guess was maybe
he's
a
very
reason.
severe.
But still weird.
I don't know. I have so many questions for Jeffree Star. Now that he's back on YouTube, I mean, maybe. Like,
but people are so against it. I just don't want to
know.
upset our audience. Because I honestly would. I feel like of all people, he'd be the most honest. I really do. I really think he would like. Because he can kind of clock his own tea as far as like he can be part of the drama or whatever like that. I think he kind of knows. So I feel like he's kind of like the most honest.
Yeah.
Shane would be the least honest. Maybe Tati. Tati is
Tati
Delulu.
Yeah, I think Tati thinks she was being really honest.
Right, you're right. Tati is like, she really just like rewrote her own story and believes it. Like that it wasn't about the hair vitamins. Shane is might be more malicious. I feel like he would lie on purpose. And then Jeffree, I think, would be the most honest.
Yeah.
And James, he's a wild card.
James is definitely a wild card, yeah. I just have so many questions, and I am so curious. And honestly, I don't know. That's why I'm throwing it out there to see. Question for the culture. Because I don't know. Like, you can kind of be... Like, it would have to be, like, an unbiased. You couldn't do your normal, like, oh, my God, I love you cosplaying Jeffree Star. You know what I mean? You would have to be a little journalist.
I think I'm pretty unbiased with all these people.
You would have to wear, like, your Today Show cosplay. Like, you'd have to have, like, a little, like, a pencil skirt.
Yes.
Like, almost like your Dr. Drew outfit. You know, like, it was very, like, businesswoman, but pink.
I would love to be a businesswoman.
Because I have so many questions. Like, I don't understand how it all came to be. Like, what were the rumors? Why did you say James was going to be... taken off of YouTube by Suzanne.
But was that even true?
Was that even true? Why go after... You were collabing with James like a year before. Like, what happened? What was the switch? Like, were you really talking to the Dolan twins about what it was going to come out? Like,
he probably just wouldn't talk about any of it.
I don't know, because sometimes he goes on podcasts and he references stuff, like, and he talks about it a little bit, but I don't know. I just am really curious about... all of it. The Michelle Phan interview was, that's why I was so upset, because it is like a golden opportunity to finally like give people answers, because my sister was such a pivotal part of YouTube history. And to all of a sudden get, I don't know. I'm more confused than ever about it.
I feel like Jeffree would be the one, because he's also the only one to ever like give me an apology. You remember like after the Vegas trip, he like tweeted, he's just like, I want to like say I'm sorry or something that.
Yeah.
And no one else has, like any other person that I've had like falling out with, like Shane, like anyway, instead they just said I was a liar and I never talked to them about Jeffree. Meanwhile, Jeffree's like, yeah, I'm sorry or whatever. So I feel like he has the most like human side to him, as far as like he's been through a lot. He also knows that he's a part of the drama and whatever. So I think he would, he's also very like, he's actually very coherent. Maybe it's because he like doesn't like use drugs or drink alcohol. I don't know. But he seems to be the most like coherent. Not to say that other people don't, because they don't either. But he's just very like, he remembers everything very well. So, and he doesn't seem to rewrite history. I mean, everyone tries to like rewrite history a little bit. He doesn't seem to do it too much.
Yeah, and I think if you are just prepared, like Michelle Phan was not prepared. They obviously didn't know anything about Dramageddon, really.
She had no idea.
No, had no idea.
My favorite was like, this doesn't seem like you. You're just not drama.
Yes.
Like 10 years later, still talking about Dramageddon.
Yeah, and it's... Because I also was rewatching while I edited it, and then I rewatched us reacting to it again, like in the background, and it still was making me upset.
Yeah.
Because like Tati's making all these really bold claims, like, you know what, I saw a baby bird fly into my window, but it was okay, it flew away, and I was like, posting by sister's gonna kill me, but I have to do this. I have to do it. And Michelle Phan's like, I know you thought about it for months. Like, you really were stewing it over. No, because the gummy bear incident at Coachella was like the week before.
2 weeks before.
Yeah. And then she posted by sister. So, like, to have the complete sugar bear hair gummy erasure was crazy.
Yeah.
To not act like James didn't like refute all the claims that you made about your birthday dinner and stuff was crazy. To say that you're so traumatized by your birthday dinner because of James Charles hooking up with the waiter.
Consensually, the waiter came over.
Yeah. And now you can never have a birthday dinner again for the rest of your life.
Jeez,
like,
the drama.
It is just so odd to me. And then you make all these big claims that, like, you know, there's going to be a big lawsuit coming and you're scared you have to go into hiding because Jeffree Star is going to come after you. It's all like, what? Like, we had no closure after that. No closure. No.
She started it all and she won't end it all. She just like keeps it going.
It won't end with Tati.
Justin Baldoni directing the story of her life.
And it's killing me. So I don't know.
It is wild.
And out of all of them, you're right. Like, out of all of them, really our only options to get answers is Jeffree.
He would talk.
Yeah, I don't think James would either. Even if it was like a sit down, specifically pressing him on this stuff, not platforming him, you know, like not co-signing all the antics, you know, and the alleged criminal activity, but the Dramageddon part specifically, I think Jeffree really is the only option. And who else is going to do it? Like, where are we going to get answers, you guys? Like, let's think. You know what I mean?
Not Tati.
Not Michelle Phan.
No.
Not
Michelle Phan doesn't even know what Dramageddon is after all that. She's still like, I still don't know what's happening.
Not the Simply Awake podcast, whatever hers is called.
What was it?
I forget.
Afterglow. That's a good name. Kind of sounds like you just had sex, though. Like, the Afterglow. I was like, all right. And the podcast was not afterglowing. Like you said, the intro was very spiritual, everything, and the podcast, it was so, like, sterile. It's like, all right. Well.
I don't know. And I'm sorry, Michelle, for starting beef with you, but damn, you really ruined my day with that you. A golden opportunity wasted. It could have been better. And also for Tati, it wasn't a good look either because it was just so like...
No, she just doesn't know. She's just not very... The fact that she kept, referring to James' age being 17, I'm like, girl, at least age him up a little bit so you sound better. 18, yeah, she kept saying like...
Freshly 18 would have been better than...
She's like, 17-year-old DMing me. I was like, well, right there is where you should be like, cut. Doesn't seem like she wanted anything cut from that interview. She just left it all in.
I know. And
her husband left her after all that, which is wild. We were separated. He left me. I was all alone. I was like, what's the tea there? And
Michelle Phan didn't have any questions about that. Like, got it.
She's like, wow, you're strong. Views. Yeah. Right. She was the perfect example of like when you're not listening, you just hear the last thing they said, and like, wow, 50 million views. Like literally didn't hear anything else. Yeah, that tea will never get old to me. I will love it.
No, it is. And like I said, there's just so many unanswered questions that I'm like, damn, like we need to do a Just Trish Investigates Dramageddon. Like, there's just a lot that's left.
Well, everyone's gone. Jeffree's in Wyoming.
Yeah, well, now he's making his YouTube comeback. So that's what made me thinking. I was like, maybe he'll do the press
What
run.
was the comeback? I didn't see.
I honestly watched, because we were talking like, what are the drama channels covering? And then you were like, what's Peter Mon up to? And then he said, Jeffree Star is back and no one cares. And I was like, let me go see what Peter has to say.
Was that Peter's title?
Yeah.
Well, Peter cares. I guess he made a video about it.
Yeah. But he was saying that like Jeffree announced it was the 15-year anniversary of his first album, so he's re-releasing it. I saw he did make a vinyl with like the Nicki Minaj song and everything too. Cute. And he's re-releasing one of the Beauty Killer palette after 5 years.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
So he came back to YouTube after almost a year to announce this stuff. So I'm like, now that he's like, back on YouTube,
he might want to come on.
He might want to do some press to promote the album.
And let us know in the comments, audience.
Get a vibe check.
Who like pissed off their audience? Do you know? He remembers everything. Remember we just talked.
People.
No, there was someone recently, and I'm like, why would they want to piss off their own audience? Oh, maybe Remy and Alicia.
Oh,
God, a lot of Zane and Heath stands in the last.
I didn't know Zane and Heath had shooters like that.
They were mad.
Even when you were going off on them, I was like,
it's cute.
I mean, it was like, I don't see it as much for them. Like, I'm like, I know they're not like Aiden Ross or something to me. Right. But I was like,
not happy.
But I'm like, okay. At the same time, yes, I understand maybe Trisha was a little intense about Zane and Heath for sure.
I have personal experiences with them. I'm going to say.
But they also were kind of racist 2 weeks ago.
Like, literally 2 weeks ago. So like Trish want to talk. I'm like, yeah, but also like 2 weeks ago, I was making fun of like DoorDash drivers' names that are very
cultural names.
Yeah. So, and all of them, including Matt King, who we all like, we have trust in, I was like, what is What's happening?
I was like, wait, weren't they not just kind of racist 2 weeks ago?
No, that was crazy. I didn't know the backlash. I'm not apologizing to them, that's for sure. I guess I need to apologize, Ellen. I like Ellen now. I'm back on the Ellen train. Did you watch her stand-up special? Please tell me.
I did
Why?
not.
Why? It was on Netflix.
I don't, and also Ellen has some shooters I saw because people were like, Ellen got canceled because of misogyny. I don't know. I'm still like,
oh, right. Yeah.
I still don't know because, okay, I didn't see the Ellen's comedy special, but I read like another Rolling Stone article and they like spoke to sources who worked on the Ellen show, and they said that the comedy special, like they felt invalidated from the comedy special, like didn't, like obviously the workers there had bad experiences being on that show. Even when I was in high school, this is a random memory that unlocked, but when I was in high school, one of my classmates' dads worked on Ellen, and I remember being like, oh wow, your dad worked on Ellen, that's so cool. Like I was so excited by that. He's like, no, she's terrible. Yeah, because I guess she like randomly fired a lot of her staff and like left them with like, I think severance was only like 2 weeks or something. So his dad was like, out in the cold. So there's a lot of workers that...
Well, she didn't deny that she was mean. She didn't. She didn't lean into it. She goes, I'm mean. Okay, I guess I should be canceled from Hollywood because I'm mean. Like, you can't be mean and work in Hollywood. And I was like, well, she's saying she's mean. She was just surprised she was exiled. Well, there's so many other meanies in Hollywood. I'm like, kind of tea.
But also, her platform was being, let's have a little fun today. I'm going to dance around. I'm sweet. If you're going viral, I'm going to come and give you $10,000 because you're in a random viral Vine video. Like, I'm the nicest girl. I'm your best friend. I'm a cool lesbian. And then all of a sudden, she's like nasty.
Well, her outro was be kind. But
yes.
I think it's kind of like Jimmy, right, with like the charity, the MrBeast. It's like, I think you can be both. I think you can be like nice, and I think you could also be mean. Like, Jimmy's charitable, but he's also the devil amongst us, And I think two can be true. Like, you're helping people, but you're also getting a tax break.
But I think to me, it would be like to find out you hated food. You know what I mean? And like, like to find out Ellen is mean, it would be like you hate food. Like, you don't actually do
she
the
loved when people found out she was mean, though, because she did say, she's like, people would always be like, oh my God, I would let Ellen babysit my kids or something like that. She goes, I was so relieved when people said, like, I don't want her to babysit my kids anymore. She goes, I'm childless by choice and I do not want to babysit your kids. So I was like, she's kind of like owning up to like being mean.
I guess there is, again, one part of my brain that's like, okay, fierce, and then, but that's maybe like 20%, and then the 80% of my brain is like, why are we celebrating meanness?
Well, I don't know if she was celebrating. I think she was taking accountability for being mean. She's like, yeah, I was mean.
But she doesn't feel bad about being
mean?
But
it wasn't accountability. She just didn't. She wasn't
denying.
It was a meticulously crafted special.
He hated it. Moses hated it.
I didn't hate it. I think it was she crafted it so well to get you in somewhat on her side and leave with, okay, you made me laugh for a minute.
I'm on her side.
Like,
what?
Yeah, I think so.
No. It was an amazing PR piece. It should be studied. But I think she's just, there's show business, right? And she's saying like, yeah, you guys, I'm playing that part. This is a show. And some people couldn't take it, that behind the other side of it, it's like finding out your priest is nasty, right? Like he stands there and talks to people and inspire them, but then goes back and shouts at people.
But I do agree with her in a little sense. And I do agree. Like there's a lot of guys that like you hear like, that aren't nice to like their staff and stuff like that. Like James Corden, right? He was one, but he was still like really liked while he was on the air. And I think it's like, I guess it's just like it is a little misogynistic where it's like guys can be a little bit like more mean, like Christian Bale, all these things like that. Whereas like Ellen, it's like, because she's like a woman, I do kind of feel that way a little bit, that she got a little more like harsh treatment. It's like, oh, she's so nice, but actually she's so mean. It's like, that's like a lot of people. That's a lot of guys that I think you see in Hollywood. That's why I kind of liked her little like thing about being like, oh yeah, like people in Hollywood are mean and they are assholes. And I think she got like a little bit more. Because I don't know. I guess I don't... allegedly what she fired people, but again, we talked about that with Kelly Clarkson, right? A lot of people were like fired under her and she didn't know, like she just wasn't aware of it. Not to say, because Ellen didn't say anything about that, where she's like, yep, I fired a bunch of people, screw them, it's like maybe she, like, I don't know, if Kelly Clarkson didn't know, why do we think Ellen knew? Granted, she wasn't like the nicest. I'm not saying she's super warm or anything, but I'm just saying like we don't know if she knew.
The sources that talked about Kelly Clarkson, they also made it clear that they were working with like, it was a specific producer that they were working under that was mean to them. Whereas like a lot of the sources that came out about Ellen were about Ellen, like
saying that she was. Yeah. What did they say? I guess I don't know. I don't know like the details.
Yeah, like she was like let me pull up the Rolling Stone article.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
But
usually the case.
The reality is that many people that are either just successful, could be a billionaire, or could be like an A-list celebrity or a rock star. Like many of those people are awful.
Yeah.
Personally. And some people choose to work with them. And if anyone, if she was awful to you, leave the job, move on to another job. It just, like they're at the top of the pyramid where they work.
Yeah.
And nobody can escape that. And if they're an awful person, that's your life unless you leave it. And
I think who else has been accused of being an awful person? Yeah, I guess because Alan did seem so nice. You're kind of like sad to hear about that. You're like, gosh, she seems so sweet.
Because she was preaching for that, right? Like if you're there having your show and telling people, be nice to one another, love one another,
that's true, I guess.
sing and dance and be merry and all that. And then you find out that she was horrible.
You're not allowed to look at her in the face.
It just shatters your perception of it.
Yeah, that's true. I see that.
But other than that, I don't think she's a criminal or horrible person.
I also think the majority of people in Hollywood are like not nice. Like Conan's like not super nice. Like I mean, there's just people that just like are not nice. Like Tyra wasn't super nice, but I think that's like I don't know.
I think
what do you want them to be?
Most of them are like not nice.
Oh, most of them. Oh yeah, most of them are not nice. Jimmy Kimmel, you always hear is not nice.
A lot of people don't know how to handle fame and they just take it personally.
Yeah. I don't know, but maybe if there's accounts that I don't know about.
Well, it was claims of racism, sexual misconduct, and intimidation.
Oh, damn. What does that mean, intimidation? That's wild. I think Tati was intimidated by Jeffree. Was that it? Was that, or no? Was that, anyways.
Something along those lines.
What does intimidation
probably
mean?
If you're afraid to lose your job. If like you do this and you get fired, you do that and you get fired.
She's like threatening people. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. Maybe the comedy special roped me in as a fan. But
well, you are easily influenced. That's
I am very easily influenced, yeah. I'm trying to think, yeah. I don't know. Was there like lawsuits against her or anything, or there just an article about people who didn't like working with her?
It came out in July of 2020. Wow, that was a hard time for a lot of people.
That was the summer. Everyone was just like getting canceled.
Yeah, it was a whole BuzzFeed News expose, and a lot of employees came out about it. About how the whole thing was like smoke and mirrors. I think the big thing is like Joaquin Phoenix. I wouldn't expect for him to be a nice guy because he has that like reputation of being like serious artist, like whatever. But like Ellen, like you made your whole empire by being the nice girl.
Yeah, totally. That
so
makes
I think
sense.
that's the difference. Like if she was just like an actress and like was just in dramatic movies and stuff, I wouldn't be like devastated to see that she was like a bully, but
yeah, that's true. The surprise is kind of like Ashton Kutcher being at the P Diddy party. She's like, whoa,
yeah,
makes sense, but also like that's wild.
Yeah,
I guess so. I don't know. She was funny, so I was like, I kind of like her.
And she's Dory. Like everyone loves Dory.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So then you have that stigma attached to you. Yeah. I just liked seeing her being like an aging woman in Hollywood without Botox. I was like, I kind of like this. She's
I think
kind
it
of
was
fierce.
giving your Hacks fantasy or something.
Oh, God. I really am to the older women of Hollywood. It's giving me hope. I was like, I like it because you have to, you just age. And then what? What are you supposed to just go away, disappear? Hoda is, I guess. She's like, bye, peace.
Well, she's still working at NBC. She's just doing other things.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure
she's like, I'm retiring. I've been here 26 years. I'm done.
No, she's staying. Hoda is staying at NBC. It sounded like maybe she's gonna produce other things or something. So maybe more like behind the scenes.
Oh, well, then why don't you just stay on air?
Because she just had babies, so she wants to spend more time with her babies. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How old is she? That's amazing. Love it.
She talked about how she had her babies like older in life.
After 50, I think, right?
Yeah.
But she has to be 60 now, so I thought her babies were like 10.
She's 60. Her kids are 7 and 4.
Wow. 7 and 4. So her last one she had at 56.
Yeah.
Did she have them or a surrogate?
I think surrogate.
Oh, okay. Still great.
But yeah, anyway, so Hoda's gonna still be working. So
okay.
Yeah.
Love you, Hoda. I would love to sit there and drink wine with...
It does seem like a fun job.
God.
It's long though. It's like a long show. But
they're like the fourth hour. I feel like the fourth hour they're like wrapping it up.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? I think that'd be so much fun. I would love it. I don't drink wine, but we did have a glass of champagne like last week.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple. But when I do have a glass of wine or a glass of champagne, I'm like... I should have a show. I always think, I should have a podcast because I just talk about stuff. Whenever I have that champagne and like, woo, like, it takes
have one mimosa
podcast.
here. Yeah.
Oh man, wild. You would see me wild for sure. I think that'd be like so much fun.
Lana Del Rey is married. Were you at the wedding?
I haven't gotten my Lana era yet, but
I honestly she really gives me Trish vibes. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Working at the Waffle House, like I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I haven't been spoken to yet, but maybe I need to get into it. What do
Priscilla
you suggest?
Presley vibes. I don't
Like, do I listen to her song? Like, what's gonna get me into it?
That's a good question. I honestly feel like her first album, or maybe her first 2 albums, are probably the most like you vibes because it is very like aesthetic.
Okay.
They're like the most aesthetic. Maybe watch her music videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like, you know what I like? I just like her as a person. When I see her in the media, like Waffle House, marrying an alligator guy, like I like her vibe. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a cool chick, but without, I don't know. I know her songs from like The Great Gatsby, like that era I loved, you know?
Yeah, and like I think one of her past boyfriends, he's like a big, like hot, like bisexual guy with like a dad bod and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's
Jack Donahue, I think.
maybe we're meant to be more friends than fan and superstar. Because you know when I get a fan, then I just can't like talk
That's
that person.
True. Yeah.
So I would love her on Just Trish. Like I would love it. You know what I mean? But so tell me about yourself. What do you do? Like that would be me for sure because I'd want to just know.
I think the most like iconic thing was like 2 weeks before like she married this guy, like she responded to the Instagram like, is Lana Del Rey dating like a alligator tour guy? And then she was like, no, I'm not. And then 2 weeks later she gets married, which I thought was kind of fierce.
He has 3 kids.
Yeah,
so she's a stepmom,
and they got married in Allemande, Louisiana.
Cute.
And her wedding dress, it was like a really close ceremony. It was pretty much just like close family and friends. And her wedding dress was thrifted, and it's estimated to be around $400, which is kind of fierce.
Wow,
yeah.
budget queen.
But she's known for like at the Grammys, she wore a dress that she got at the mall.
Okay,
so she's kind of known for doing that.
Relatability.
Yeah.
She's saying relatable. I like it.
But yeah, they've only been like publicly dating for a couple weeks, but it turns out she has known him for a while. Like she has Facebook photos with him from. I think like 10 years ago, from like 2000, maybe like 2009.
Where is she from? What's her? She also seems British to me.
No, she's definitely not British.
Not British?
I forget where she's from though.
Like what area of the country or world is she from?
New York.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't guess that at all. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, she does have one song where she Coney Island Queen. She calls herself.
Love
so that
it.
kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Coney Island sound like they have corn dogs.
I think they must, and they ice cream cones is what I think of.
Coney,
because it's kind of like it's like Santa Monica Pier vibes, I think, right? Where they have those little like pier food. I think,
oh,
right?
that's cute. Yeah, it also reminds me of the Save Coney 2012. Remember Coney 2012? Oh, Stop Coney, not Save Him. Reminds me of that too. There's a lot of Conies in the world. I like the name. It's cute.
And then Jeremy Dufresne. Oh my God, I'm probably not pronouncing his name right. Jeremy Dufresne. Which randomly, did you know Glenn Powell, when he was on set of Scream Queens, went on Jeremy's alligator tour, and he was telling Kelly Clarkson this story, and it's like in literally no relation to Lana Del Rey at all. He was just saying like, when I was on set of Scream Queens, I would go on set. We would take this alligator tour, and I remember Jeremy's alligator tour. Like he gave him a shout out and everything.
Was it after the Lana Del Rey fame?
Before. This was back in May. And then people went back to find this clip of Glenn Powell talking about his experience.
Maybe he had some insider information that this was going to blow
honestly, up. Or maybe Jeremy's just a really good like alligator tour.
I would go take it. I bet he got a lot of business now. I bet everyone's going down to take it. You think he's still guiding?
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if he's still like doing
Probably
it.
Probably not. What did his ex-wife say? Like, oh, he deserves to be taken care of.
Oh, never married. Ex-fiance of 12 years. Yeah. So her name is Kelly Walsh. So she was engaged to Jeremy, and obviously like the mother of his kids. Said, I am in shock because we were engaged for 12 years and he got married after 1 month, but I am happy for him. He is very protective, hardworking, manly man. He needed to get out of his comfort zone. He was used to bayou life and being out on the swamp. He is deserving of this blessing. That's kind of sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, more than being engaged, is like they had 3 kids together. Yeah. Like that's crazy. That so happens. Isn't that what John Mulvaney did? Didn't he like? Wasn't he with his wife for like 10 years and she wanted kids, but he didn't, but then he went and had a baby?
Olivia Munn, I guess. That's why people were mad at him.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh no, they just divorced because he didn't want kids and she did, and then he went and had 2 kids with Olivia Munn,
I guess so.
That's crazy.
But at least Kelly is feeling good about it.
That's good, yeah.
Maybe it's like that southern, like, you know, that southern way of being, southern hospitality, I guess, right?
Yes.
She's not being mean about it.
I've never been to the southern states, but I just know, all I know about southern people are like Teen Mom, and they all seem a little like, you know what I mean? Like, what's her name? Amber, like when her fiance went missing. That's all I know about like those like southern people. Janelle.
All I know is from the Simple Life road trip.
When they
and
went
they
the
were
road trip?
always really sweet to Paris and Nicole.
Oh, okay. Well, we have two very different takes on the South. I think of Janelle and Amber. I'm like, I don't know. They seem a little wild down there, but maybe they mean well.
To correct myself, Lana has photos with Jeremy from 2019. That's when she first met him. So I guess even though they weren't dating very long before they got married, at least she knew him back in 2019. She posted photos with him saying that Jeremy let her captain the boat on the alligator tour.
So God, the alligator tour must have been really popping.
This must be a really good alligator tour. Yeah.
Who would want to do that? I was thinking about that with the hurricane. My makeup artist, Gilly, Makeup by Gilly, shout out. He was like literally, like there was like water up to here and he's like standing and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just standing outside on the road and he's like in the water. But I'm like, isn't there like alligators in the water?
I saw a video in Florida of someone opening their door like that was flooded and an alligator was inside, like got washed into their house somehow.
What? Are they just not eating these people? I don't understand. I thought alligators ate everybody. Like if you saw an alligator, they eat you. It happened at Disneyland. They ate somebody. Like that's crazy. Or Disney World. Yeah,
you're right. Someone went into the
how
lake
are they
or
not
something.
Eating more people? That's so weird. Or why are people just standing in these waters? Like that's like so scary.
I don't think they have a choice.
I think so. He was like filming it. I was like, well. What? Yeah, go. I don't know what you do, but
go where?
I don't know. He was just standing in the road, and I was just like, shouldn't you boat somewhere or something? I don't know. That's a good question. What do you do?
I have no idea.
You just like let the house.
You have to
fill up.
Evacuate. I guess they give you the evacuation notice before, right?
One TikToker was like, "Oh, we're not evacuating." Everyone's like, "Please evacuate."
Yeah. So I guess you're supposed to.
I would evacuate.
Before.
No judgment. I don't know, but I would personally.
Oh, me too. Because I would be like,
I'm scared.
Me too, and I would just take, especially because we have earthquakes and we don't have notice for them, right? So I feel like if you haven't noticed that something's gonna happen.
Oh wait,
like,
we had like a fire evacuation a few years ago, and it wasn't even that like close. But I was like, I'm leaving. I just don't want to be here if that happens.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's kind of the Californian equivalent, I guess.
Did you evacuate?
Fires.
Did you?
Not for fire, because I don't live near the hills.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's scary.
But like my aunt lives near the hills, so she had to evacuate.
We're like our back's up against a mountain, so it's like so scary.
It's better to be safe.
For sure.
So yeah. I would definitely be the first to flee in some kind of hurricane.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like a worst case scenario when it comes to natural disasters. And
Me
stuff,
too.
though.
I know. I was asking about what's the word? Not hurricane. What did
tornado,
you just, earthquakes.
Twist, earthquake.
Earthquakes. Yeah. I was like, what do you do? Are you like most of the time we're doing a doorway? We have a really like heavy cement table that will not move. I'm like maybe go underneath there. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's probably a good.
Where would you go in the middle of a doorway?
I guess a doorway. Yeah, but honestly, whenever when there's been a few earthquakes, I kind of just sit there. I'm like, okay.
Same. Like, what are you supposed to do?
First, you're just trying to assess. Okay, is this a little one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, actually.
Oh yeah, because you guys weren't here in I think 94 was the big earthquake, like the 8.
Oh.
Or 7 or 8.
What happened during that?
I was a little baby, so I don't remember that much. But there was like things were really destroyed because it was in the valley, the Northridge.
Really? Oh my God! So you were like there. Nothing happened. You don't remember?
I don't remember. I mean, it literally was like 2.
I feel like right. Yeah. Did your parents ever tell you like, oh, the roof came down or?
Our house wasn't like demolished, but we had like I remember they said like. And we had like still had cracks like in our house at that time.
Wow.
I remember they were telling me about it that were like from the earthquake. Yeah, earthquakes are crazy.
They are. This hot take was Jaclyn Hill said that she's like she's from Florida, moved to California, and she said hurricanes aren't that bad. She's like earthquakes are worse, and she's lived through 5 of them since she's been out here in 2 months.
I mean,
I hope that's what she said. I don't know. I think she did say that.
I saw something about that.
Did you see that? She's like, she's basically like, hurricanes are not scary. Earthquakes are scary. I was like, our earthquakes haven't been that scary in the past couple months. I mean, they're shocking at first, but you're just like, it's just not that. I mean, I would think hurricanes look scarier.
Hurricanes do look really scary. I guess
it just depends on the severity.
Yeah,
because like you can have a little twister coming by, but you can have now it just wiped the whole town. And same for earthquake. If it's big enough, it will wipe a whole town.
Well, I lived in the Midwest, and I never thought twisters were that scary.
I don't know. At the end of Twisters, spoiler alert, there's a twister.
Just one in the whole movie?
There was 2 at one point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there was still 2 at the end. I don't remember, but it was pretty damning. Like there was, they were sheltering in the movie theater, and they were getting swept out of that movie theater.
Yeah, I feel like that's not real.
You don't think? I mean, I feel like that could happen.
Well, maybe a major twister, but I lived through a lot of tornadoes in my day, and I feel like it wasn't ever.
Okay.
I mean, not like I guess no. I'm trying to think. But like our tornadoes, they never swept like the houses up. I guess it was just a tornado warning, maybe. We'd always go in the basement. You'd hear it go like, warning, warning.
Yeah.
In the basement. So maybe I didn't live through a tornado. I don't know. I've seen them. I definitely seen. What's the difference between a twister and a tornado?
No idea. I think they're same. Yeah.
Probably the size. It sounds like a twister is a smaller one. Tornado sounds like a much bigger.
No, I don't know. Honestly, they all suck. Natural disasters are scary.
There was another semi-natural disaster that someone randomly kept requesting us to cover, and I guess it's a good final.
Final.
There was a punami in China. Did you see
punami?
that?
Oh, I saw that one.
What's a punami?
A sewage explosion sending feces up in the air, drenching pedestrians and cars.
So what happened?
It was bad. There's videos. It's bad.
It's bad. It actually is really bad. I don't know what I would do because I'm like I get very queasy about any of. I'm not a fecal queen. Like
I don't know who is honestly. Like who is?
Well, I don't know. Those cancel girls always be talking about it.
Right.
Yeah,
People
they
do
love
love to
it.
talk about it,
Yeah,
yeah.
Or
I don't.
MrBeast competition, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's been that episode today.
It really has been. It exploded everywhere, landing on the road, cars, people, and pets because a sewage pipe exploded during a pressure test.
Oh my god! And like, who do you even blame for that? I guess that is like a natural disaster.
I know.
Like, it's no one's fault, really.
And it seems like you said before with like the MrBeast stuff, like it's very toxic. You know?
Yeah, like deadly. Like, who do you sue? The country? Like, what is it? It's so weird.
That's a good
in
question.
China, you can sue the country.
Oh my god! It sounds
That's true.
horrible.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, China is like.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
One victim said, "I'm drenched in
Ew.
excrement, and my car is splattered yellow. It's ruined." And there's all these videos from it.
Yellow.
Yeah, I don't know,
Maybe
you
more
guys.
hydrated over there, so it's clear. Who has yellow pee anymore?
And it raised a lot of obviously public health concerns because incidents involving sewage can pose health risks, including exposure to harmful bacteria and pathogens.
Ew, it's so gross. That kind of stuff is a fear too of mine. Like,
It's something I never even thought about happening.
That's a legit fear.
Yeah,
I know. Maybe they'll make a movie called Punami.
Honestly, it could kind of be fierce, I guess. I don't know.
Who would watch it?
I don't know. I think if it's done in an artistic way, maybe.
I don't know what to say to this one. I'm like just nauseous.
I'd say it's a good time to
Wrap
say
it up.
goodbye.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we hit that for the fans who were
Who asked
requesting
that?
it.
One comment?
It was kind of requested a lot, actually.
All right, well.
And those
don't know what
those
you
are
guys
the
wanted
people
to
that
say.
would watch the movie about it.
Yeah, see. Maybe you'll be casting that one. That'll be
Absolutely
your big break.
not. I think it was Lauren Gray, and I don't think she could talk. Maybe she did talk about it at the time, but she did a Netflix movie.
Yes, the high school one.
Did it keep it in on the podcast? The poo covered.
Oh wait, no, I don't remember that part.
She talked about how so she's in high school. Did you watch it?
No.
And her role is basically she gets covered in poo.
Wait, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I don't know if she had me cut it out because it wasn't out yet or something, but she's like, yeah, I got this like Netflix movie and I was super excited, and then I realized like the whole character had to be covered in like poo, and I was like, I don't think I could like fake that. I don't even think I don't honestly of all the roles, I don't think I could take that role. I just like to even fake it.
Even you saying that made my stomach like
I was thinking about it, and the movie just came out, so I was like, well, and it's like, I guess. I don't know.
On a random note, wait, didn't you say you had an apology tour? Who are your apologies to?
Joe Jonas, Ellen. Who else? I had another apology to
I don't think
person.
you need to apologize to Ellen.
I apologize to Ellen. Because even though she's mean, I'm not. And
Okay,
I
you're taking the high
apologize.
road.
I guess what am I apologizing for? I don't know. I apologize.
I was wondering.
I apologize to Joe Jonas. I don't know your situation. You seem nice, I guess. I like your music. Thanks for the repost. And not apologizing, Zane and Heath. It's too fresh. Apologize for making fun of people's names because that's weird. And you should have apologized right away. Be like, yeah, we're sorry. Especially you, Zane. Like, I feel like you said you got made fun of all the time for your name, you know? Matt King, we expect that from. Him and Heath is expected. But Zane
I thought you said
and
you
Mariah,
didn't expect from Matt King. You said he was the...
well, maybe just because his name's Matt King, so he wouldn't understand,
names.
you know?
I see, yeah.
But I feel like Mariah and Zane, and so, they talk about whatever. But Matt King, yeah.
So your apology tour ended up being one
No
person.
apology. Oh, Joe Jonas. Yeah, I apologize to you. That's it. Was there another one? I guess that's it.
Oh my God, what a whirlwind today was, man.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
But it was fun. I'm going to have one more bite of cookie before we do our Patreon
Let's go.
extended.
Yeah, you need one more rush.
Yeah, one more rush. I do need a little pick. It is crazy how it crashes. Like the sugar is high. And then all of a sudden you just start like fiending for another one. Kind of crazy. Is Joker out this weekend?
October 4th.
It's this weekend.
Yes.
You can see it?
Yeah, for Lady Gaga, I will see it.
My mom was like a big Joker stan. She goes,
Really?
Yeah, you're not excited? I was like, no, it sounds very violent.
I saw the first one in theaters. It's I guess it's a serious movie.
The first one was violent. The first one I saw, and I was like, this is a lot.
It was violent towards the end, though. Like,
and
the rest of it is just kind of drags along to me because I like action and I have a disability, but.
Okay. I love the disclaimer. Yeah, I mean, same. I mean, I don't have a disability. I have a disability.
I think you.
I have a couple, I think, but I just thought it was really depressing. I was like, this is depressing.
Yes.
I was just thinking, like, why do those movies need to be made? You know, I said that it ends with us, like, why does that movie need to be made? But the first 20 minutes was worth it. It made me feel something, so maybe I'll give the Joker a chance. I don't know. He did show up to do some press with Lady Gaga after we said that he wasn't.
Yes, on the Today Show. He didn't do any of the junkets, so at least he did the Today Show.
And he showed up at the premiere.
But he didn't do interviews. He's not doing the press. No.
He just showed up.
Yes. Okay. So
Dylan Mulvaney went to the premiere and she said it was business casual was the dress on the invitation.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, that's odd.
I love everyone that got photos with Lady Gaga at the little screen, though. I saw Drew and Enya from Emergency Intercom got photos with Lady Gaga. I'm pretty sure it's hard with them because sometimes I don't know what because Drew also posted a photo with Hawk Tua, but I think that one was fake.
Love that. And Harry Daniels got rejected by Hawk Tua. He's like, my dream has been shattered. I was like, it was a really hot commodity. I should have been on this ticket. I'm trying, guys. Hawk Tua coming next week. I'll fly to Tennessee.
I knew it. I had a feeling. I was like, I really think you should do Hawk Tua, but you were adamant. No.
I know. All right. I take it back. I apologize to her.
There you go.
And everyone reaching out. I was like, no, not. I wish. I'm groveling. Please come on the show. But we have to do a pod swap. I need you to come on. I just did a podcast recently, and I want to do a pod swap, but he got busy. And I was like, it needs to be a pod swap. I don't regret it, but, you know. Actually, I think it comes out today. Well, anyways, you'll see. Hopefully it did well. I'm very nervous about this one because we were two different people. But I guess everyone's two different people. Who's the same, honestly?
We're like fire and rain.
We're like fire and rain.
Literally.
But I can't say Matt. What, Fire and Rain?
His name.
Oh, T. Well, it's already out. Rainn Wilson. I'm on the Rainn Wilson podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. I did a little soul boom. It was good at times. It was great at times, and it was weird at times. And he was also in the Hot Topics.
No,
he was like,
it probably was good.
I don't know. I called Mose after. I'm like, I kind of feel a little weird about it. Not really sure. Like, he was really nice, and it's about like soul. It's all about like spirituality and stuff like that. But I don't know. We were very different people, and we were like fire and rain, literally. He was very nice though. He was nice, and he was close. He was like an exit away, which is great.
Oh,
so I love when he's close.
Yeah.
But now he's in New York doing theater or something. So I was like, can you come on mine? Because like we talked about like spirituality and soul. He's actually friends with Justin Baldoni. They're the same. He talks about it on the podcast. They're Baha'is. They're the same. Religious Baha'i, yeah. And when he said that, he's like, I'm Baha'i, because he talks about religion on his podcast. So I was like, Justin Baldoni's Baha'i. He's like, he's a good friend of mine. I was like, T. Love to be in good company. No, he literally interviews like Bryan Cranston, Justin Baldoni. He had like a guru on that has like 3 million followers. And I was just like, this is a very odd fit. I don't know who told him. I'm sure someone told him to have this.
You are a social media guru.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It was odd, but he was very nice. He's like, I'll walk you to your car. He was actually really, really nice, but it was an odd pairing. I just wanted to know more about like Galaxy Quest, but I couldn't ask him about that because it was all like spiritual. And he kept turning it back on himself, and I wanted to ask questions. There was something at the end where it's called like wisdom. It's like wisdom truths, like share your wisdom. And I kept getting it wrong. They're like, no, something else. And I was like, I don't really have wisdom on anything. He'd always ask me like, what did you learn? What is this? And I just stuttered a lot because I was like, I don't know if I like learned anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So hopefully some stuff was cut because I was definitely, sometimes I was coming across smart and sometimes I was coming across like, wow, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I would say that too. I'm like, actually, I don't know. I don't know the answers to this question.
Sounds honest. It sounds like you were very honest.
It sounds pretty unfiltered.
It was pretty unfiltered. Right. No promo to them. No, they can have promo. Sorry, I don't want to be mean to Remy and Alicia. Go do your business ventures. Get that coin. Get that Patreon. Everyone doing the Patreon for content. We love to see. Go to our Patreon for the extended podcast today, guys. Patreon.com/JustTrish. Go check out Soul Boom. I'm on it today, I'm pretty sure. And leave some love because I don't know what I said, honestly. But have a great day.
Okay. Okay.
Be safe.
Have a good day.